Greetings and welcome once again to Roman of the Empire. I am your host, Roman. This week we are delving back into the swamp that is modern pop culture. There are a few glimmers out there. They are pretty far spaced apart. And then there's a lot of the other. So with me tonight to talk about these fascinating and horrible topics, with me always my co-host, my wingman, the guy who keeps me flying straight in his Shieldwall of Dragons. Welcome, sir. How are you this evening?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Hey, thanks for having me on, Roman. Hello to the chat. We've got a lot to talk about tonight, so it'll be a good one.
There are, because Hollywood and the entertainment industry never leaves us wanting for horrible material. Our favorite internet wizard, the beard that will not stop, it is Blair to Blair. Welcome, sir.
Hello. Thanks for having me again. Yeah, nothing happened this week. It should be a pretty short show, It's pretty quiet.
Well, we actually are under a time limit this week. It's not horrible, but we have a hard deck, as they say. Screenwriter, author, new papa, man about town. It is Copa Catania. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you for having me back. It's great to be back. I'm probably going to fall asleep in the middle of the stream. Not to be.
That's all right. That's what most of the audience does as well.
But yeah, I'm excited to talk, especially about Oppenheimer here. It's definitely one of my go-to films this year, if not the top film that I want to see.
Yeah, and that's we're going to lead with that once we get rolling into this. There are very few things that I'm looking forward to as far as film releases this year. This is definitely one of them. Like I said, there aren't many out there. We're going to look at this a little bit later in the show as well as to what's coming out this year. And wow, it's a fucking desert. So,
it's a little rough.
What is it? Oh, dear God. He is the devil in the city of angels, my neighbor to the north, Mr. Stephen Ransom. Welcome back, sir.
Hello, sir. How are you doing, man? Yeah, let's keep this rolling. We're good to go. We're good to go. I'm ready.
Hey,
Right
Flacid's in the
on.
chat. Hey, Flacid.
Hey,
Oh,
Flaccid.
that guy's in the chat. Ew.
We got Flass, we got Nas, we have Mrs. Mama Catania. That's not your mother, by the way, Copa. That's
No.
let's clear that up.
Oh, thank God.
Subtle Deviancy is out there floating around. The fad that shouldn't be.
Ironside is in there.
Yep.
Jacob Ironside. So thank you all for joining
Hey,
this
Jacob.
evening. Subtle Deviancy. Just try to hold it together tonight. A little bit.
Yeah, I saw
I'm not asking that. And Wookie Be Bad is out there. Hail, Wookie.
Angry
His
Canadian and
ancestors shall sing songs of his deeds. He is Tyler the Redbeard. Welcome back, sir.
Yeah, thanks for having me back. Ready to talk about some pop culture.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
He is
Are
the
you?
master of mischief, the scourge of Gotham, the nemesis of the Dark Knight. He is Joker Voice. Welcome back, sir. How are you tonight?
I'm here, bitches. And as we hear, as Copa's daughter grows, Disney falls. Correlation? I think so.
Accepted.
Wow.
Actually, I'm good with that correlation. So parts and the other. Blah, 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 blah. Wait, what? What are you saying, Matt?
That's an Italian thing.
Old
I don't
good.
know.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
started calling
pretty
their
small
wives
stuff,
something
guys.
like once they start having kids. Accepted. Fair enough. So, wait, what are we talking about, Nas? Roman, what do you think of Nosferatu the Vampire? 1979.
Yeah.
I
Klaus Kinski.
actually
Mhm.
did not know there was a 79 version, so please don't come to my house in the middle of the night.
AJ.
No, I'm aware of the original Nosferatu, and then of course Shadow of the Vampire, which I enjoyed immensely. But no, I didn't see the 1979 version.
Yeah, you got to get that Klaus Kinski library going here, Roman.
I actually have zero parts of my Klaus Kinski library, so any addition at this point would probably be well. So tonight we're gonna start, and I should probably share my fucking screen if I weren't such a fucking moron.
We're starting off strong. Getting boomer already.
Through my day, it's not easy. It's not easy. So I want to pull this. Let me whip this out.
Hello.
Whoa.
And
If I knew it was
I
gonna
should have
be
done
that-
this.
Why do I have to be
I
right
don't
underneath
know.
him when he's
Earlier
whipping these
statement.
out?
I am a fucking moron. Abomination AJ, welcome to the chat. He is avoiding me like I'm a fucking tax collector. It's good to have you in the chat.
What'd you do to him?
So we have the Oppenheimer trailer here. I'm gonna risk just playing it on the in IMDb. I
Let's
may
go,
take a
Zax.
hit, I may not, but this was like one of the most sound. Can I kill the sound? I can kill the sound. There we go. At least it cuts down on a little bit, so just getting the visuals of it. But Chris Nolan always, I mean, I don't know of a Chris Nolan movie other than maybe, what was that last thing he put out
Tenet.
during the
Tenet.
Tenet.
Mhm.
Tenet,
Yeah.
which I didn't see because it just never grabbed me in any meaningful way. Hey,
How
oh my God,
dare
my
you.
son's here. What the fuck? Sneaking
How
in the
dare
back
you.
door
Wow.
like
I
it's 2
jump
o'clock
in.
in the morning and he's been out with his friends. It is. The
I
creative
jump
blue
in
collar guy.
right at the moment that you're talking trash about my favorite director.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't total trash. It was one fucking movie.
No,
Tenet
Tenet was trash.
Tenet was a
Tenet was
great
pretty
movie. How dare you?
Dude, you let me know what kind when you heard that dialogue and write it down for me. I can't hear shit in that movie.
What I heard was
Oh.
amazing. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So we have Oppenheimer with a very sickly looking Robert Downey Jr. Not
Yeah.
not in the main role. That's
well, it's because he's vegan now.
Emily Blunt, Matt Damon, who is plumped up a bit for this role.
Matt Damon.
I like me a plump Damon.
Matt Fat Damon.
Fat Damon.
Here we get some stills here as well. So here is Robert Downey Jr. And the
Damn.
problem is and he's wearing my glasses, by the way. I don't
Oh,
know if
'cause
he
you're
looks like
old.
this for the part or if he just looks like this now.
I think he just
I
looks
think-
like
I think
As
Well-
a, you know,
like
as the
that
kind of actor that he is, I wouldn't doubt it's both.
Well,
'cause-
we know he's gone full vegan, so
He
he's
has,
not healthy.
Yeah.
unfortunately.
He's eating the bugs now. So
Mm.
So
Yeah, the character he's playing, by the way, that guy. Everybody should take a look at the history of this character that he's playing. 2-time seat on the Atomic Energy Commission and chair in his last sitting. This guy was basically in charge of nuclear power generation in our country from day one. He was on the ground floor. So, yeah, father was a banker. This guy was in real estate and financing. I mean, yeah, interesting
And he-
characters in this movie.
Then he was in Doctor Strangelove. In the
Not Doctor Strange. in
I
the
couldn't
Multiverse of
stand.
Madness.
Mind fear.
So, which is also we actually need to talk about that movie one of these weeks. It is one of my
absolutely.
favorites. That it was actually shown to us in high school by our civics teacher. That was back in
1,000
that
years
kinda-
ago.
That was back in that kind of day when school didn't necessarily suck and you got to do cool shit like that.
There's nothing funnier than the scene where the president was talking to the Russian prime minister, and it's just his end of the conversation you hear, and he's like, "Yes, Dmitry. No, Dmitry. Have you been drinking, Dmitry? I've already apologized, Dmitry."
he
Well,
based
I
that.
am sorry. Well, I'm glad you're sorry too. Well, we're both sorry. Then.
Well,
Yeah.
we're both sorry. I'm more sorry than you are,
Roman,
Dmitry.
you're what?
Shut the
What are
fuck
you,
up,
Roman?
John. Just shut the fuck up.
Why do
So,
I show up for this kind of abuse?
I don't know.
I know, but
Um,
I'm enjoying
It
it.
warms my heart.
I'm just
you know.
here. I'm just here to be the troll that pisses off Roman. I don't know anything about anything that's going
Because
on
we
in
need-
entertainment
we
right
need
now,
that,
but
John. We need a
I come
troll
here
to piss
just
me
to
off.
piss off Roman, which is not really that difficult.
So what
No,
is the
no.
story with Cillian Murphy? I mean, this guy has been in almost every single property with Nolan.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
he's
he's like
actually
a-
said that like there was like a lot of pressure in that he's been a supporting character in I think he said up to 5 Christopher Nolan movies, and I was trying to think how many of them there were. but I couldn't come up with 5. But he said that for him finally being a lead character was like a lot of pressure, but obviously Christopher Nolan believed in him.
Yeah.
So I'm personally really stoked about this movie. I can't wait to see this.
He looks just like Oppenheimer. If you can find a picture of Cillian Murphy and Oppenheimer side by side.
Oops. God damn me!
It is.
Oh, God damn it, Roman.
That's supposed to be off screen. I apologize.
Another boomer Roman moment. Oh my gosh,
I don't even know how I function. I really don't. I'm
nobody knows how you do.
Out of the universe one of these days. So I don't know. I mean, I've read a fair amount about Oppenheimer and the Manhattan Project.
So what happens?
He becomes
spoiler alert.
Oppenheimer and the bomb get married and move to Manhattan.
Okay, wow, that's neat.
The gamer is turned Oppenheimer into Oppenheimer.
Does that lead into the Manhattan Project from The Watchmen?
No, that's a different fucking thing.
Oh, okay.
God damn this stream. Oh, here we go. Here's
Roman, you're fired.
This isn't. Here we go. I'm trying to get the side by side of our hero here.
You know, you try to have nice things, and you.
I know. I'm probably gonna cock it up anyway. Just assume that I'm gonna cock this up. From Den of Geek.
There we go.
So here we go. Here's the man himself and the actor.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
It's a bit younger, but still pulls it off.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard. Oppenheimer smoked like fucking 17 packs of cigarettes a day.
He also smoked Japan too, twice.
Oh! God damn it! So here we go. I apologize. Anyway,
You'll
so
be here all week, ladies and
done.
gentlemen.
Don't forget to tip your waitress.
Try the fish.
So Copa, you did a look at this. You did a reaction to this already for trailer. So why don't you talk a little bit?
Well, like I said in the video, the trailer is broken down into 3 parts. So the beginning, the first third of the trailer is them rounding up all the scientists and developing the town. And then the second part of the trailer is mainly Oppenheimer not really fully believing that the theory is accurate, or his theory that the bomb would work. And then the third part of the trailer is he comes to the realization that the bomb will work, and what the ramifications of that power that he holds in his hands and what he's unleashing on the world, and what kind of weight of this is that going to weigh on this character's shoulders. So that's the main takeaway that I got from the trailer. Now, what's interesting about the trailer, and I didn't really touch on this, is that there's footage, black and white footage in it too. So it makes me wonder if Nolan's going to play with time on this one, whether it's going to be a flashback or a flash forward. Looks more like a flash forward. I hope not either. I think he would serve the story a little bit better if he just did a linear, straight up, a straight up story of Oppenheimer. I understand that Nolan's really good at playing with time, except for with Tenet. But he doesn't really.
Are you saying that it's gonna be throughout the movie or at the beginning, like Saving Private Ryan, where you know what I mean?
I don't
like
know.
he goes in and starts to like go back to the beginning or whatever.
Right. So I'm thinking it's going to be cross cut. So it will be see this, so you have all this black and white footage. So
see, for me, Copa, it would make sense, honestly, if they start here and work their way
backwards. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, when he's doing the hearings and talking about the business.
Yeah.
Has everyone here seen Memento?
No.
Of course.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
No.
So that was one of his earlier, not his first movie, but one of his earlier, very low budget movies. And so it wouldn't surprise me if he maybe kind of dove into that a little bit of like the story that's moving forward, the story that's current, the whatever. Like I thought at some point I had read that the entire movie was going to be in black and white. And then when I found out it wasn't, I was kind of curious to see, okay, like what's he going to do with this? So I almost wonder if he's maybe going to do kind of a Memento thing of like, there's going to be some flashback scenes, there's going to be some current scenes. Like,
I'm fine with like a couple of flashbacks, but if the whole thing's like Memento, I would assume, like I said,
for me, it does make sense that they start with the hearings. And then they're just talking about that. And then, you're back in fucking time at the beginning of the project.
How is that again?
I hope it does that wavy transition too.
Just like Wayne's World.
That would be so much fun if Oppenheimer does that. That's money right there. I'm giving
Now
you
let's do the
ideas,
Scooby-Doo ending.
He pulls the mask off and it's just Robert
Old
Downey
man
Jr. looking like
Jenkins.
he normally does.
Yeah.
But my personal take on this is they're going to do more of a Godfather Part 2 type of cross-cutting where everything is running parallel. So the hearings that he's
And
going
then back.
through will
That
go
makes
back to the origins.
I can see that.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a Godfather Part 2.
I gotta tell you though, what the fuck is that?
That's me. Sorry.
Echo.
You son of a bitch.
I can only handle so much. I'm just a man.
Roman,
He's got
calm
like
down.
8 streams.
Do
open
your
at the
breathing
same time.
exercises. Do your breathing exercises, Roman.
God, fuck.
Goose-fraba.
Okay, so what I really like here, these black and white stills, at least from the film, that's just beautiful looking stuff.
Yeah, the entire trailer looks great.
It does. I mean, like I said, there's not a lot of gems out there that we're looking forward to. The Dune trailer, I really liked. I thought that the scene gave it way too much away for what it did. Oppenheimer, I think, was a good balanced trailer. It didn't fucking vomit the entire thing on you. You know how it fucking ends. If you don't know how it fucking ends, go read, please. But getting for those of you, I mean, if you haven't gotten in the nitty gritty of it, though, this should be fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, as I've already said, it's like I've pretty much completely given up on Hollywood. However, Christopher Nolan, and I've been very outspoken on this in previous live streams over the past year or so, that Christopher Nolan, I believe, is one of the few. I'm not saying he's the only. I'm sure there's others out there, but Christopher Nolan, I believe, is one of the few filmmakers left out there where he actually really cares about the art of filmmaking. Like, he's not just trying to crank out a movie just to, okay, the studio told me to put a movie out, I'm just going to put something out, whatever. And you don't have to love everything you make. But I think that he actually legitimately cares about the art of filmmaking. He only works one movie at a time.
Yeah.
And so even while he was doing the Batman movies, he did Batman Begins. He did The Dark Knight. Everyone's asking him, like, what's next? What's next? What's next? And he's like, I don't know. He's like, for all I know, someone else could come and do the next Batman story. I don't know. I'm not signed on to a contract. I'm working on Inception at the time. So he was like, no, I don't even have another movie in production, whatever. So he works one project at a time. He devotes his whole self to whatever he's working on at the time. And then whatever comes along next, he does it. And
what's fantastic about Nolan too is that he works quick. He only shoots for maybe 40 to 55 days. That's about it.
Wow.
Is that going to be shot in IMAX?
He typically does.
Yeah. No, this whole thing's shot in IMAX.
Wow.
He actually destroyed a couple of IMAX cameras doing the Batman movies, and they were very costly losses to where they were like, there are only a couple of these in the world, and you broke 2 of them. Like,
did he destroy them like I destroyed my keyboard when I used to work in an office, or was it different?
A little different.
Fucking camera, or was it more like
one of the ones was when Catwoman, what's her face and whatever in the newer Batman movies, and she was like on the bat cycle, something came in and like slid it. She, they misjudged the scene and she slid into one of the IMAX cameras.
Yeah, typical woman. She doesn't know how to drive.
It tells itself, really, folks. I can't even make these things up.
Oops,
hey,
sorry, we broke one of your IMAX cameras. That's really expensive and rare to find.
What is the heavy set black dude thinking while looking at Robert Downey Jr. in this still?
He's like, damn, he tried to sell me on eating the bugs.
Yeah. I didn't go to no diet
to me.
Hey man, you should go over to Craft Services, man. They got some good. Sandwiches.
I thought that was Roger Stone. I did not know that was Robert Downey Jr. until you said that. I thought that was Roger Stone.
It's amazing. Funny thing though, there's also an ad out right now, and this has nothing to do with Oppenheimer. It's some fucking company Robert Downey Jr. is representing, but he's like on a ladder and talking and whatever, but he clearly either has a CGI hair or wig on, and it's just, and his eyebrows are really dark, and it's like It's almost like AI Robert Downey Jr., but I guess it's real, but it's just like fucking peculiar looking. As a dude who I loved him, now he's just weird. Hey, Melvin.
Hey, Melvin.
Welcome to the show,
Melvin.
man. No, I don't think that's Tracy Morgan, Melvin. It may be, but I don't believe it is.
He's starting to make me think that loaded Robert Downey Jr. was a better guy.
Oh, he absolutely was.
Yeah.
We were talking about flashbacks and how this thing is going to proceed. I think that we may actually see this story start suspecting everybody on the atomic bomb project because of the handing over, that New Jersey couple that passed the secrets on to the Soviets.
The Rosenthal's? Rosenbergs.
That we may start there as a framing device so that suspicion is laid over everybody in the entire camp. How did this happen?
Yeah, what's interesting is I brought up at this point too was Fat Man and Little Boy came out in '89 with Paul Newman, and that was more about the tumultuous relationship between the general, I can't remember his name right off the top of my head, and Oppenheimer, because Oppenheimer was a card-carrying commie. So they really kept close watch on him. The FBI watched over him, and what was the CIA at the time, all watched close eye over Oppenheimer and what notes he was passing, what he was doing, really investigated the hell out of him.
Well, these days, if they remake Fat Man and Little Boy, it'll be a Disney movie. For kids.
Yeah.
Well,
And they're not allowed to say those words.
General Groves was the guy's name.
I was just going to say that this is another Universal project, and they of late have just been hitting it out of the park. So I mean, they are definitely, as far as the studios go, they're in the driver's seat as far as dictating what is considered good entertainment.
Well, they had Super Mario Brothers that just passed $1 billion. They have this one.
I
don't think it's to be honest with you, I don't think it's going to beat Barbie. Fast X though is going to be a huge hit.
Fuck Barbie in its fucking Barbie neck.
I know, but it's just
the Barbie exists.
Here's the crazy thing. The crazier thing is that I dropped this breakdown of the trailer, and I had like 4 or 5 people go, "Dude, thank you for doing that. I didn't even know this movie was coming out." And my jaw dropped. Yeah.
Wow. I'm legitimately concerned about that.
I am too. And I'm like, well, that's it.
I don't think this movie appeals to younger people. Like, I guarantee there's so many people out there that don't even know who Oppenheimer is, what the Manhattan
and that's
Project
what's wrong
was.
with the country right now.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. Fair enough.
Man, I'm looking at this cast. There are people who I didn't even know were in this fucking movie. Gary Oldman's in here at some point. Kenneth Branagh.
So my theory is, if you watch, sorry. What were you saying,
Tyler?
Oh, I was saying Gary Oldman is in like every Nolan movie too.
Yeah.
Him and Murphy.
So I'm saying if you go see Asteroid City, this movie, and Barbie, you'll be able to see every living actor and them perform. You'll be able to get
Casey
it all out.
Affleck in it? Yeah, I see your point.
Skarsgård. If you remember, if you watched the series Vikings,
Floki,
who was the fucking crazy Viking. I loved him so much.
I have it on good authority that Jennifer Lawrence wrote the script too.
Well, she also detonated the first atomic weapon.
Yeah, so she was the one who came up with the concept and just passed it off to Oppenheimer. She's like, "Here, you can have this."
If it wasn't for Jennifer Lawrence, we'd all be speaking German right now. So
that's very true.
Yeah,
she was the first one to land on the beachheads of Normandy as well.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
And by the way, we're not sponsored by Jennifer Lawrence. This is just pure admiration by the panel.
Melvin's going to lose some money on that one.
Wait, we're not sponsored by Jennifer Lawrence, but I got an email saying,
the universe is sort of generally sponsored by her. So, you know.
Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence doesn't live in Nigeria, bro.
Jennifer Lawrence is the first Nigerian
like
prince.
this. We live in a society here.
We get to be a certain age, you get those kind of emails.
Remember your exercises. Remember your breathing.
But
it doesn't really matter at this point.
Tyler is a authority on her boobs.
There's a
That's
good.
good.
Are we all?
Mhm.
Are we going to have to
I
I
fight
wouldn't
for?
claim to be an authority. It's just
Not a viewpoint.
it's a passion. It's a passion.
Okay.
I have to ask a question. Aside from the Hunger Games, what has Jennifer Lawrence been in?
X-Men.
Silver Linings Playbook. She was really good in that, and then Winter's
X-Men
Bone was
First
the-
Class.
Oh,
And
she was
Mother-
the
She
blue
got an
lady.
Oscar for Winter's Bone.
Mistake.
I think
Yeah,
she was in
Winter's-
a movie
Winter's
called
Bone
Mother
was-
also.
Mother was. Oh God, that was a bad one. That was.
That was
Yes.
awful.
Yes.
What?
Red Sparrow.
Mhm.
I don't know this. Red
That was
Sparrow.
another crappy one.
Yeah, but she was naked a lot, and you know that. You know all the timestamps to that one.
I have a chart. Okay.
American Hustle. She's an American Hustle
American
too. That
Hustle.
was a big one.
That's right.
Oh yeah,
She was in
Yeah,
Which
American
one?
Hustle as well.
Oh, and
American
the,
Hustle.
American Hustle.
Chris
Oh, that
Pratt.
shitty movie Joy.
Chris Pratt in
Yeah.
space, where with her and
Oh,
Oh,
Passengers.
Oh yeah,
I never
That's a
saw
good
that.
one.
I never
like
saw
that
that.
one.
Okay.
Oh, you mean
This is
the movie that ended as marriage?
Yeah.
American Hustle was actually a good fucking movie, though.
Yeah, it was all right.
You didn't
Mrs.
like that?
Canelli's in the chat.
Oh, it was all right. I thought it was boring for the most part, but it had good
And
good
we
moments of
thank
drama.
Copa for being with us tonight, and we want to get him back to.
Don't talk about trash
I see
takes
what
right
he
now,
did
Roman.
there. He's
What?
You had well, there's
Oh,
you.
oh, Oppenheimer's gonna.
I'm not even
bomb
gonna go there
fucking
tonight.
Zach. Oh, that's so bad. What?
Ew.
So that's Oppenheimer. I think we are. I think genuinely we're actually all looking forward to this movie, which is
Yeah.
so fucking rare these days.
Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
one more thing is that
Yeah.
the detonation of the bomb is all practical effects. He
Yeah.
recreated the entire.
They actually used an
Detonation.
atomic weapon.
Yeah, they went to New Mexico.
So
Yeah,
what
I,
happened?
I
dropped
could see
one.
that effect. That's exactly what an explosion underwater or in fluid would actually look like. So
Do you really think
probably
the residents
some
of
sort
New
of an
Mexico
effect
Nolan
like
like
that.
actually
this now, though?
Nolan
Oh,
actually dropped one on Nagasaki.
They wouldn't notice. Not at all.
Yeah.
You could light 20
I
nukes
don't know
off.
how that didn't make like the papers or anything, but yeah.
Angry
Christopher
Christopher
Gideon.
Nolan is very
You could
known
literally
for-
light off like 20 nukes out in the desert of New Mexico. No one would even know.
Vegas.
No,
I
Christopher
agree.
Nolan is very known for.
It sounds like-
if he can at all possibly build it or do it, he's going to do it before he employs CGI or special effects.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
an
I thought
atomic
that.
bomb, I don't know. That's a stretch.
Yeah, that's
sounds
it.
like shield walls detonated a couple out there in the desert.
Oh,
I
angry
mean-
Canadian with the hot take there.
I'm just
I
saying.
really-
I'm just saying. Between Las Vegas and Reno, there's a lot of the real estate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of stuff, and if you just pile 25 tons of TNT up and light it off, it's going to look like a nuke.
Right.
And
yeah.
for real, the mushroom cloud, the whole thing, it just won't
I
be
swear,
radioactive.
shield wall's done this.
And well, out by Groom
That's
Lake,
why.
they did all the Moab testing, the mother of
Yeah.
all bombs or
Yeah.
whatever. And yeah, so they're constantly lighting. As long as it's not nuclear, it's fine. So they're lighting stuff off out there all the time for tests and whatever.
The only thing that will catch it is the satellites.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody that has a satellite will know what's happening.
Right.
But
That was
they broadcast that they're going to do it first, unless it's like a top secret test.
that was Genghis Khan he's talking about. Remember Genghis Khan with John Wayne? They filmed out there in those nuclear test
Oh,
sites.
yeah.
That's right.
They all got
That's
cancer.
That's the one who got him cancer.
Yeah, back
Mhm.
then
Yeah.
they didn't understand how bad it was for you. They
No,
had,
they-
like,
they did not.
Soldiers is
I mean,
standing.
if you read,
looking at
I
it.
read a book called
Yeah.
it was Killing the Rising Sun. Bill O'Reilly.
A
So for those
1,000
of you who
years
read
ago.
political books. But he goes very in depth in the creation of the atomic bomb and what happens and how close everyone was when that motherfucker went off. And it actually did turn the desert to green glass.
Yeah.
That's not just an expression. That fucking happened. And they had a name for it specifically for that. The glass that it created, trinitite or something like that.
Yeah,
it was
you're not
fucking
supposed to.
fascinating.
After
If you go
after
there,
the
you're
test site.
yeah. If you go there, you can find it. You're not supposed to take it. You're supposed to leave it. It's
That's
like
probably good advice.
Right.
Please don't
Yeah.
take the radioactive
So the
glass.
radioactive glass.
Yeah. I think
chew on it.
radioactive glass killed an entire section of the royal family by accident
Yeah.
because they just thought it was really cool looking glass. And
Oh, fuck
no,
off.
Of course
this
they
was
did.
pre-atomic age, even pre-turn of the century, actually.
Oh,
You
we
should
talked
never
about,
watch
20th
Pearl
century.
Harbor. If you're
Radium?
Canadian. Just
Yeah.
don't watch Pearl Harbor. That's
So
easy to-
where can
Didn't
I find this stuff?
If you put a black light on it, it'll luminesce. That's how you can tell. No, for real. You put a black light on it, it'll glow in the dark. And
Oh my.
you can still find the glass out there. It's not that radioactive because they made it that way, like in a kiln. Now the stuff on the ground, I probably wouldn't be wandering around out there.
But with
But
that,
you'll be
power,
eaten by
a
cannibals
DeLorean trying to
long
time travel.
before you from the Hills Have Eyes clan. Long before you get that glass back.
God damn, the hills have eyes. So, another thing I want to talk about, and I think I just added this. I don't think this is actually in my original notes, but I saw this and it fucking irritated me.
Shocking.
I know. Is
Something
Zack
irritated
Snyder-
Roman. Oh my
This is
god.
on from Dark Horizons. Audiences didn't get my DC verse, and he's upset because people didn't like.
I got
It-
it.
It
It
sucks.
just wasn't good.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna
understood.
say.
Where
No,
is
we
it?
got it, Zach.
Yeah,
It
see,
just
this is
was-
the problem with the quote unquote auteur director is that these asshats come out and they go, "Oh man, you just didn't get it. Like my art was a perfect 10 if you just got it." And it's like,
Yeah.
no, Zach, we fucking get it. You just
Yeah.
fucking suck, dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
listen
Damn
to
it.
the fucking pretentiousness in this fucking
Yes.
line.
Now,
And we
see,
gave
this
them
way-
this sort of hardcore, deconstructive, heavily layered, experimental modern
Like,
mythology superhero
Whoa,
film. that
is this wait?
you know,
is,
you really
It
need
was
to pay
heavily
attention
layered,
to.
but
is,
still not
is
good.
this wait? Is this Zack Snyder or is this Ryan Johnson?
No, this is Zack
Right.
Snyder being a cock goblin. It's like,
Oh,
dude, what?
so
the
Ryan
actual
Johnson.
fuck?
Johnson.
See
Well-
what happens when you make two decent films, 300 and The Watchmen, and then
Right.
you Sucker Punch was a piece of
Ooh, I
shit.
fucking hated
I
Sucker
fucking
Punch.
hated
You
Sucker
gotta,
Punch.
you
feel
have
about
to
the
see,
sequel to
you have to
300?
see the editor or the director's cut, the full director's cut. If you
I
don't
didn't
see
mind
the
it.
full director's cut of Sucker Punch, it doesn't make any damn sense and it kind of sucks. If you see the director's cut, I'm not saying it's a masterpiece, but it's a much better movie.
Okay, I'll check it out. But that's the thing with Snyder too, is like,
Oh,
oh, if you watch my director's cut, you really fucking get it. And it's like, dude, I'm not gonna watch 4 or 5 hours of
Slow motion.
Justice League because first of all, Josh Whedon took a giant
Big shit
fucking
on it.
diarrhea on the screen, and then Zack Snyder took that and went, no, dude, this is how you did it, do it, and he made a regular turd. And it's like they both suck in their own right to me.
No, Justice League is his version's way better than.
But then how
No,
did
it's
we-
still a turd, dude. If that Justice League came out, you'd be like, dude, this was just a mediocre film at best with some decent action going on.
It's just it's a massive improvement over the theatrical release.
I'll give you
No,
that.
I actually I
Yeah.
agree with Tyler on that. I could sit through the 97-hour version of Justice League way better than
Than Justice
the
League?
actual theatrical
Than
release.
Justice League.
I
like-
mean, he goes
pick
like
up
super
the-
heavy into
yeah.
the slow motion, and that gets old real quick. And then they start singing a song. That was, they started singing a song to Aquaman at the very beginning. That's 5 minutes right there.
I'm still
The song was
confused.
long.
Why do we even need to hear from Snyder at this point? Like, dude,
I have no idea why he's
seriously,
fucking
man?
talking right now.
Right.
What
I'll tell
are
you
you
why.
bitching to the public? Did somebody
he
owe
wa-
you
he's
$5
saying-
or something? What's
He's
going
Being
on?
part of the conversation with these
Because-
articles.
Right?
Because he,
I mean, that's about it.
Because he wants to be relevant, and because he's nervous that people may actually like what James Gunn is gonna do,
Mhm.
and completely forget his stories even existed.
I'm still very concerned about James Gunn now. I was optimistic initially, and the more Gunn talks, the more
I'm
concerned
fine
I
with it so
become.
far,
Yeah.
It's all
Up to
gonna
this point,
it's
I'm
gonna
fine
live
with
or
it.
die on Superman. I mean, that's
and that's why it's being
Yeah.
you can
You're
play
right,
it out
yeah,
as much as you want. If the Superman doesn't hit, then it's a failure.
Yeah.
Yep,
But
100% Tyler.
Zack Snyder, I just looked it up too. So he has a film coming out December 22nd of this year called
What?
Rebel Moon.
On Netflix, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's like
so
the Star Wars knockoff kind of thing.
yeah,
This is
so
big.
he's getting his name out there to promote that shit too.
Mhm. Yeah. This is kind of the gear for it. Yeah, you start hearing from him.
Yeah,
What was
Oh,
what
great.
was his not what was his Superman knockoff?
Who's?
Or was
James
that
Gunn?
wasn't
Right.
James Gunn. That was
You're
that
talking
James
about
Gunn or
Brightburn?
Zack Snyder?
Right.
Brightburn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Redbeard.
Yeah.
Brightburn.
That was Schneider, right?
No,
No,
that was
that was
James
Gunn.
Is that Gunn?
That was James.
That was
yeah.
Gunn.
I'm sorry. I
That was
drink a
James
lot,
Gunn.
folks. So sometimes I merge two people into one person because it's easier for me to see them.
It's
Okay.
because you're old.
Okay, Snyder's. Okay,
That's what a
Snyder's.
crazy person says.
Snyder's.
Sometimes they just take
Snyder's.
two people and smash them together, and that's fine.
Snyder's Superman knockoff was Man of Steel.
I actually have,
Yeah.
I have a hot take with
Come
Man of Steel.
on.
I like Man of Steel.
I like
thought
Man of Steel.
was
Here's
terrible.
another bullshit take from Roman. There it is.
Okay,
Man of Steel.
I'm also not a big
with you,
fan
Roman.
of the Christopher Reeve Superman movies. While
Go
I
fuck
You're just a
yourself.
terrible
no,
person.
that's
What?
cancel him. Get him off the show.
Wait, I mean,
Shieldwall,
Roman,
Get him
you're
out.
canceled.
get him out.
I can even explain this. I can defend.
okay,
It's not like
defend
it's an
why you
arbitrary
don't
statement.
like Superman 1. Go.
The big problem I have with it is Lex Luthor and Otis. They are
Yeah.
fucking buffoons.
Gene,
And Lex
Gene
Luthor is
Hackman
not a
is
fucking
great.
buffoon.
They're goofy,
Gene
a
Hackman's
little goofy,
great.
but it's also
Gene Hackman's a good actor. Gene
different
Hackman
time.
was a terrible Lex Luthor.
You don't
'Cause
like the
that's not
Otis
fucking
That's
Lex
fair.
Luthor.
I'll give you that. That's fair.
when he's like walking around?
I was fine with Gene as Lex.
No, obviously a lot of people like that. I'm not saying, like I said, I thought Chris Reeves was a very good Superman, and he was
Yeah.
an even better Clark
He's the
Kent.
goat.
He was fantastic, but I just didn't like that part of the movie, which was such a big part of the movie. I like Superman 2 a lot better. I like Superman 2 infinitely better than Superman 1.
So
You
Jacob,
still have
did
Lex
you mention
Luthor in
the
it, but you have
Rebel
him there a
Moon?
lot less.
Have they had like a trailer for that or something?
For
He
what?
said it looks like it's going to be Snyder turd or something like that. But have they had like a trailer? Or I didn't see anything.
I
Oh,
didn't
for
see it on
Superman, no, they got
IMDb.
nothing. No,
I
they
haven't
haven't
seen
done
anything.
fuck all yet.
Only
There's,
know-
there's
Giant
for
computer I could look
Rebel Moon.
Rebel Moon, yeah.
I mean,
I
look,
haven't
Sailor
seen-
Moon, what?
I'm only barely aware that it exists right now.
I
You're
think when
barely
he's
aware that
saying
Julie
it
exists,
looks
right?
like it's going to be, he means just the collective all the data that he has. There's no
Oh,
I don't think there's like a
okay,
trailer. that
I
says
just
a
see
reel or
one
anything.
picture. So
Yeah, save yourself, Zach. You don't need to see part 4.
But these
Yeah.
days,
That's photos on IMDb.
Is that the
It's
one with Richard Pryor?
No, that's 3. This is a
That's
no nuke
Superman 4.
Superman.
Superman
Yeah.
4 is the quest for peace, and it's just god awful.
But
It's
it's
a canon
not
movie.
really-
But
are
these
bad,
days, you
bad.
can just hear the title of a movie and who's making it, and you can write the review already. It's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be woke
Mhm.
garbage. Don't go see it.
Yeah, like
when
75%
Joel
of my
Schumacher
channel.
directed Batman movies.
it doesn't look too bad actually with just
Oh,
some
hey,
photos
Mags?
that are on here. It's
Really? See, I guess I'm like the only one who likes Man of Steel.
No, I like it too. Yeah.
Okay, so there's 2 of us.
I like Dawn of the
Yeah,
Dead.
you guys
That
are
was
on
a
your
good
own.
movie.
Yeah, you.
I like
both-
Dawn of the Dead as
three of
well.
us.
That's
That
a
is
good
good.
movie.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Two people
There's 3 of
who
us.
fight over first place with AJ for bad takes. Both
It's not fucking fair. AJ has way more bad takes than I do. I just
Obviously,
don't like a lot of stuff. And
300 was
it's
great.
rare that I like something.
And that's only because AJ hasn't seen. Oh God, what was it?
AJ hasn't
The
fucking
Fifth
seen
Element.
anything.
I don't
actually
think
hit him up
AJ's
to
seen
be
the Fifth
on.
Element yet. So that
Fucking
would bring him up on
Fifth
par.
Element can go
I've
straight
never
up
seen
fuck
Fifth
itself in
Element.
the fucking eye.
Well,
Um,
the fact that AJ hasn't seen that stuff just adds to the
Mm.
hilarity of it all.
Right.
It is.
I
AJ,
know.
I don't know what AJ has seen. A lot of Funko Pop figures, probably a lot of anime involving what are those, the furries, the things that he
Werewolves
enjoys.
and
Oh, we're
Uh,
getting weird now. What are you
Yeah.
getting into, Roman? What are you about to pull out?
werewolves, jacked
No,
kangaroos,
this
and
I'm not
koalas.
even making this up. AJ, come
No,
on, you
no,
defend
no,
this
no, no,
kangaroo.
no.
Speak now.
I see other people shaking their heads. What's about to happen?
And
All right, so
And-
I don't like much good shit like Batman and
there he
Robin.
is.
All right, well, it's been fun. I'll
Good.
see you guys later.
By the way, very vague, subjective word right there.
and
Thanks, AJ.
to be fair, Tyler has horrible taste in food too. So I mean,
That is true. I mean, he does enjoy a CPK, and yeah, he
gotta have a good CPK every now and then, guys.
no,
I don't know what
there's
that
no-
is.
there's-
It's called
California.
Class.
California
It's-
Pizza
it's-
Kitchen.
Called Class.
Yeah, see, the Italian guy doesn't even know what the hell it is. I don't even know why.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, he
It's
just
because
doesn't
Roman never leaves his house.
That's not true.
He's gonna see
I was
it.
in the tree just like a half hour before the show.
I was in Vegas.
That doesn't count.
Taylor's about to DoorDash him a
Missing out on some
CPK.
great za. I'm getting hungry right now. Man.
And I did go to Vegas. That's true. Oh, so it's we have other people.
Which,
who are
by the
coming
way,
to
do you
Vegas
need
that
me to
we're
bring you
pretty excited
anything while
about.
you're trapped inside your house? Like,
Ooh, that's a tough call there.
Yeah.
Man of Steel. Man of Steel's
Super-
better.
Oh,
I would say
fuck off.
Man of
No,
Steel
Man
is
of
more
Steel-
entertaining.
Man of Steel is
Right.
I like Man of Steel. Superman Returns was fucking garbage.
I can
That's
sit
it.
down and
Man of
watch
Steel was still
Man of
bad.
Steel
Superman Returns was
terrible.
a terrible attempt at bringing in
Yeah.
a new actor, and it was bad. It was bad.
Well, okay. Now, the Brandon Routh gets a bad rap on that because he wasn't playing Superman. He was playing Christopher Reeve playing Superman.
Playing Superman.
yeah,
Now,
Yeah,
that
I,
felt
like
a
I
bad
said-
hand.
now I
Kevin
thought, now,
Spacey,
I
though.
thought,
Kevin
No,
Spacey, who was fucking brilliant, was terrible on that. That was a bad fucking movie.
I
No,
think
you were
it-
so wrong.
He was
Matt, you
imitating
are
Gene
wrong. You are
Hackman,
wrong.
and you
You
don't
are
like
wrong.
Gene Hackman's performance. How are you ever going to like him? So it's
I think
Roman doesn't like anything.
I forgot
think
this
the
movie
best-
existed. So
Gene Hackman was
I
great in the
think
French
the best-
Connection.
I think the best part of Superman Returns was Kate Bosworth.
Yeah, but I can't remember one damn thing from Superman Returns.
A lot
Not
of
one.
kryptonite.
Not
I
a
remember
one.
he saves a plane.
I
from
watched it.
crashing.
Oh, that's right.
Is it
I
wait?
watched
That
it.
which one's that? That's the one with
with
What's his
Brandon,
name?
what's his face?
oh
Brian
yeah,
Singer
that
directed it. Yeah.
that movie was garbage.
yeah,
Kevin
garbage.
Spacey
As
both
much as
fucked and killed an old
like
lady.
the actor, I didn't like the movie at all.
Yeah.
He's
No,
like a
it's-
deadbeat dad. And he's like divorced and shit. Screw
Yeah.
that, man. That's
yeah,
not
yeah.
that's not Superman.
That's the only part of the movie that's actually really falls on its face. The execution of his powers, the execution of his look on screen with all these modern techniques, I thought they really, really nailed it. It was very optimistic. It's a shame that they had to go destroy the product by introducing this Han Solo, Princess Leia, Ben Kenobi nonsense going on in there. It's
And
just a
that
damn
fucking
shame.
kid. I forgot about that fucking kid. I hate the fucking
Exactly,
kid.
exactly.
What-
When you,
what
you
kid?
Oh my god! I completely.
Oh,
forgot
he had
about
a
it.
kid,
Way off
that's
he had
track.
a kid, yes.
Yeah,
And then
fucking
he had-
weird little
and then he
fuck
had
up
See,
kid.
this movie is
problems.
trash, dude. I can't
Yeah.
even remember it.
Which
Oh my
which
god!
which obviously Brian Singer did not watch the Mallrats because it was clearly explained how that cannot happen.
Because he had sex in an uncomfortable place.
Like the back
Back-
of
back-
the
back-
Volkswagen
back-
Bug.
DW Buck.
see that movie is more quotable.
That's a
than the one we're
Mallrats
talking
joke for
about.
you kids out
Oh,
there. who
yeah,
haven't
I remember-
seen Mallrats.
I remember more from Mallrats that I haven't seen in like 20 years.
Yes,
Than
that's
I
Superman
do
Returns.
Superman Returns.
All right,
Oh,
Tyler,
man.
you are up. We are going to talk about dun 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 Andor season 2,
Oh,
which is
why?
now on hold, by the way, because
well,
of the
it's been
writers.
nice talking to you guys. I'll see you later. Like,
Why am I on deck for this?
He's got the wrong redhead, Tyler. You
Yeah,
can't
that's
keep him
Blair.
straight.
It's Blair. That's
Is it Blair?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know.
sorry, Tyler.
Bald
I don't
You
know
know,
bearded
you
that
both
guy.
have beards.
Yeah.
you're
Roman,
both
we've
white
talked
men, I
about
don't
this.
know.
You mix
Wow.
up your guests
I
again.
was like, damn, this is going to be a short conversation of this.
God damn it, Roman! You had one job.
I know.
I don't know.
Look,
Roman boomers it again. 3.
Boomers it again.
Jeez.
I didn't call. It's not like I called him AJ or I didn't get back.
That
to
would be
him, so
really
I feel
bad.
pretty good.
That would have been better. Like
That would've
AJ,
been
what's your
better,
take on Andor season 2?
Well, Roman.
So I'm looking forward to Andor. I actually liked it. And the reason why is I know some people didn't like it because it was Star Wars without laser swords, and I'm fine with that. Or Jedi. The Jedi were supposedly very few in number. And in most of the galaxy, they were so like mythical that actually nobody ever even saw one. They're more like, a wizard. You had heard about him, you never saw him. So to actually have something
Wizard.
Star Wars not force related is nice. Plus, this is about, a resistance movement and how it forms. How does it work? You got criminal organizations You got mercenaries. You got people who are screwed over by the Empire who want to get payback. You got high-minded, principled people, like the one guy who was like, he was writing his little manifesto. He's like kind of a true believer in the cause. You have, yeah. You got rich people, powerful people who are seeing that things are being corrupted and perverted, and they're trying to fight. Also, you got people who see that they're the ones who are not getting the power, and they want the power, so they'll do whatever they can to get power. And you got this weird mishmash of all these people coming together and fighting. Which I really liked. I think that really delves pretty well into this. And it's a slow burn. Yeah, it's boring as hell. Yeah. But I liked it. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to season 2. I'm sure this will be the last one. But yeah.
Well, yeah, because they said the last 2 episodes. I'm sorry, actually, I didn't mean to do that. So, yeah. The last 2 episodes are where they're starting to roll into Rogue One. But I'm happy to see. I mean, they got a lot of the cast returning, which I am really happy about. Stellan Skarsgård in this. I love Stellan Skarsgård in pretty much everything. I can't. I'm trying to think of a Stellan Skarsgård thing that I didn't like him in.
He was amazing in this. The last 10 minutes of episode 8. Oh man,
where he's just letting it go on the redheaded dude.
Yeah, that was some of the best anything I've seen in Star Wars ever. Period. It was awesome.
So my problem is this. There's only about 5 people who've seen it, and they're all here right now.
No, you're 100% right, Copa, because the problem is Star Wars has fucked itself in the fucking throat so thoroughly that people don't care when they put out a good product.
Right. Like, like I keep hearing great things about Andor, and I'm like, well, I just don't give a shit to watch it.
Right.
Giving up.
Yeah.
If it had happened in a vacuum,
they burned it.
It would have been a totally different story. Sounds like, and all the reviews that I've heard sounds like this is the kind of Star Wars we should have gotten in the first place.
Yes.
Right.
Because it's surrounded by all of this angsty nonsense going on in that franchise. There was no way that this was going to find the right audience or even find the right opinions because all of the opinions started off with screw Disney or I support Disney. It's like already the battleground is divided.
It starts out so slow too, but
it is. And that was tough. My son didn't get past the first couple episodes. I'm like,
not me, the other son.
A lot of people have the same problem. They're like, if I have to sit through 2 episodes to get to something good, I don't want to watch the fucking show.
But the Empire was actually competent, and they were scary. Like how competent they were made you fear them. They
weren't useless plots with fucking blasters that hit nothing.
Like, you're like, oh my god, if they find out about this, Andor is screwed.
The ISB was good. I liked the ISB. I thought they were like an eating each other fucking organization.
Right.
That gal who the blonde lady, I don't remember anybody's fucking name in almost any movie anymore, so just kind of go with that.
Because you're old.
The blonde lady who ends up pursuing this, she's good at what she does, and her boss is fucking cool. The old dude, he's you know
what that reminded me of? That reminded me of going to a staff meeting at the wing commander's office, and you got everybody in there trying to brown nose and whatever and one up each other. Oh, I want this mission. No, I want this mission. And he perfectly maneuvered them against each other to where everything gets done and he comes out on top. And I've seen it happen live in real life.
Yeah, he doesn't come across as a moron. He's very competent and he's on top of all of these people.
See, so but I want to say something about this because folks, because there are some folks that are like, "Oh my god, a season two," and they forget that a second season was not greenlit. It was baked in. It was already baked in.
Come on, man.
This was
funny because it's true.
This was already planned, and I believe while they were filming season 1, they were writing season 2. So this might come out on schedule depending on how much
it is actually on hold now.
No, it's on hold now.
Yeah, that's one of the part of the long list of things that is now on hold because like House of Dragons is already written,
right?
But it's on hold too.
Well, can I ask you something with Andor? Is it due to the fact that it could only tie into maybe 1 to 3 movies and that's it? Because what I've noticed with Disney Star Wars is what they're trying to Marvelize Disney Star Wars, which is all these stories are interconnected somehow, like with the sequel trilogy. They dumped all the sequel trilogy shit into the last season of Mandalorian now, so now it's tied to the sequel trilogy.
Man, that was fucking terrible.
Yeah, Ahsoka's going to do the same thing.
Ahsoka is basically going to be heir to the Empire.
Right, but I'm guarantee you they're going to switch story beats to make it
feed into trilogy.
Right.
Or feed into the new trilogy that they're coming out with of movies that they announced. So does that help Andor that it can only go one way, which is Rogue One?
They're already talking about it being directly attached. This is going to be a prequel to the prequel that was Rogue One. Right. K2SO is coming back, right?
Yes.
We're going to get Whitaker playing his, Halder Guerrero or whatever his name is.
Saw Gerrera.
Saw Gerrera is a good character. Because he's a fucking rebel.
But we know the plot line already. This is unless they pull a Titanic on this, we already know what's going to happen.
Exactly, Steve. It is possible to tell a story that everybody already knows well, especially if you're filling in a bunch of gaps that really weren't there in the past. Exactly.
Right.
What did you, Blair? What did you like about Andor that?
It seemed like it was more of an adult version of Star Wars. It wasn't kids. It wasn't laser swords. It was a slow burn. It was more, you had time to develop the people, the characters.
There was a sense of Boardwalk Empire. There was a sense of Sopranos, right? This kind of like building and politicking and all that nonsense. And
so I feel like Lucasfilm kind of turned off the audience that would be into that kind of Star Wars.
They have.
The audience would be,
and then there's nobody there to watch it besides like Raylo people.
And I've said this, and I get that some folks like a slow burn, and I think Copa said this first. If you like a slow burn in your sci-fi, watch Star Trek, not Star Wars.
Yeah, that too. And here's the thing with a slow burn, like Alien is a slow burn. So, with Alien, what has to happen is you're promising the audience, hey, look, I know this is a slow burn. Just stick with us because the payoff is enormous.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But we know the payoff already, so that's already a strike against it. So what has to happen is that it has to be more of a character study and what makes these characters interesting in their story to tell. And I don't know if Andor is that interesting.
No, he's not.
Well, actually, Copa, I would argue. I mean, well, actually, I'm not even going to argue with you. Andor himself is one of the least interesting characters on the fucking
boring
show.
character.
Yeah,
the side characters are really good. Stellan Skarsgård, I can't get enough of his character. He's my favorite character on the show. And then it's the blonde Imperial lady. Her old boss I like a lot, but it's funny.
Even Mon Mothra.
Mon Mothra. You actually, so now when you see her in the other movies, if you watch Andor, you're like, oh, this is why she's in charge. You know what I mean? You look at all the sacrifices and scheming and maneuvering she had to do to get there, and it makes more sense. The other thing that I like about Andor is it doesn't do what they do with all the other shows. Is like in Mandalorian, especially season 3, they'll set a rule. Oh, jetpacks don't have enough fuel to chase a turkey dragon that stole the kid, right? Oh, but by the end season, I can go in the sub-orbit with it.
Right.
So what Andor doesn't do is set up a premise and then totally counter that premise.
The writing
in the next
is
exact episode
vastly superior.
One of the Gilroy brothers wrote it, right? Tony Gilroy.
Yeah,
wrote it in.
Yeah, he's a showrunner too, so he's like making sure it works.
No, he's an excellent writer.
Yeah.
We're gonna see because of the that
John,
character at the beginning of Rogue One. That character at the beginning of Rogue One that Andor, kills in the alleyway. We're gonna meet that guy. We're probably gonna find out that the guy probably deserved it in the first place. I mean, they're planning on rolling out a prequel to Rogue One.
It goes.
So the guy who Cassian shoots at the beginning of Rogue One, Okay. Andor is not a good person.
Right. No, he's not.
No, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's a mercenary, murdering bastard, and that's why I like it. It's that he's not the good guy. It's not like I'm the rebel. It's like no, it's like
okay.
You're in the fucking gutter of this fight. You're gonna do whatever you got to do.
I watched that entire series. I was bored out of my mind. The makers of the makers of the makers of because they found the cure for insomnia with that show. The best character in that entire show was in it for like three, maybe 4 episodes. It was Andy Serkis.
Oh fuck yeah, he was really good in this as well.
I like
very surprising to see him in this.
I like the fat cop in the beginning, the sergeant.
Oh, the Scottish dude?
Yeah. Because
we're gonna go fucking kill some people right now.
Right. And then yeah.
Roman makes him sound like that bastard.
Yeah. Well, he kind of was.
It's in my belly.
That's what I called him in my fucking notes of the show.
He kind of was.
Better than you.
But that whole arc with Cyril and him, like
you mean the guy who says shit in Star Wars? Yeah, that was great.
Well, here's the thing. So I noticed, I just looked it up right now. So it's 12 episodes deep, which is probably the longest running season for a Star Wars show.
Correct.
So that tells me that their budget was slightly less than everybody else's. Does it come across that way?
No, it looks fantastic. It looks way better than any of the other shows.
They didn't do that stupid whatever they use that
the volume.
Yeah, the volume. They were like out there, or it looked a lot better anyway.
Okay, great, but the show still moves at the pace of watching paint dry.
They could have probably condensed in all the 3 episodes and got the same amount of content.
Well, they actually had a couple episodes that didn't need to exist.
They were just yeah.
They were just like, why am I wasting an hour of my life watching whatever the fuck I just saw?
Right.
Because you can watch the next episode and it didn't impact it at all. That's
because Roman, you have nothing else going on.
Of those 12,
what?
Of those 12, you could have easily knocked out 4 epides and
I agree. Easy.
So there should be an abridged version where it's 8 episodes deep.
Mm-hmm. Somebody should do an fan edit, just whack it down.
Yeah, there's long stretches of people sitting around talking about stuff that
and just walking.
About.
Walking around.
No, there are a lot of plot things that don't really need to be there or they go farther than they need to go, but ultimately they don't go anywhere. There are things like that in there, which is unfortunate.
Oh yeah, it's not a perfect series by far, but it's light years ahead what the other shit is. So
that's
when we got Kenobi.
Obi-Wan.
Oh, I couldn't even.
Kenobi
I got like 3 episodes into Kenobi and was like, I can't do this.
Boba Fett. Now, Boba Fett, Mandalorian season 3. Dear God,
nothing happened.
Now,
Batch.
Now Obi-Wan. Okay, had Obi-Wan never existed, and or would have done a lot better.
No, you're right because someone shit in the fucking punch bowl. Yeah, and that shit was Obi-Wan.
You know how? Yeah, there's so many people that said deuces, I'm out after Andor. I mean, not Andor.
Kenobi.
Yeah.
You had the laser fence. It was terrible writing already, but then you had nonsense like the laser fence.
Hey, hold for 1 second. I know John's got a bail. He's hung in there like a champ. He's abused me and been abused.
That's what I'm here for.
I'm glad he's here.
I'm just here to be a troll, a trigger Roman, and then I just slip on into the night.
Too many jokes.
Well, thanks for coming out tonight, buddy.
See you, John.
Hey, you got music stuff coming up this weekend?
I got some stuff coming up this weekend. I hopefully have a couple of leads on some other jobs that will make me not hate my life so much soon and not have to wake up at 4 a.m. So hopefully when that happens, I'll be around a little bit more, but we'll see.
Right on.
Okay.
All right.
Well, cool. Thanks for coming out tonight, buddy. It was really good to see you again.
Good to see everybody as well.
Yeah,
you guys all have a
one,
good
man.
rest of
Hey,
the
take
night.
care.
And, we'll
Company
see
got
you
a bail
on the
too?
Twitterverse.
In about 15 minutes, yeah.
Okay.
You know.
All right.
See you guys.
Later, brother.
Later, dude.
So I was gonna say that the Andor premiere episode, if you look at the one of the metrics, Samba TV, it had a lower viewership than the premiere episode of Ms. Marvel.
And that's really, really terrible. But I actually am not surprised. Again, because
Brand damage.
I guess that's because Marvel is such a shit property now. I didn't watch Ms. Marvel. I didn't watch it. I couldn't watch it. I didn't watch actually a lot of the Disney Marvel superhero shows.
I
Couldn't do
either.
it.
Actually,
Even for content purposes, I couldn't fucking do it. It's like sticking my fucking cock into a paper shredder. It's not gonna happen. Too much.
Well,
The Joker voice was looking to see if his
opening
paper
there.
shredder
How
was
did
on.
that-
Is that-
Give us a try.
Well,
What's going on?
I mean,
So specific too.
I watched the Ms. Marvel show, and of the Marvel shows, and again, this
Why?
is a very low bar
Get on there.
because I was challenged
Okay.
to watch it, and and I lost
I
the bet.
dare you. I double dare you. I triple dog dare you. All right. I'll do it.
And I lost the bet. So it was,
That's the only way I would watch it is if I lost a bet.
but of all the Marvel shows, it's probably the most cohesive story of all of them.
That's what I've heard. It's actually like an old throwback to an old Disney
What?
kid show.
The fuck?
Mhm.
Oh well.
If you
that's
take the
not-
Marvel part of it out, it
Right.
plays like more
I mean,
like what was that,
it's-
Lab Rats and stuff like that.
I mean, okay, so for one, the show has a nuclear family. The mom and dad are not divorced. The mom and dad are not separated. It is a very tightly knit family. So there's that, and that plays out throughout the entire show. As far as family values go, it hits the mark, but it's just a goofy teenage kid show. But of all the stories, it's probably the most complete one.
Yeah, the actress they get.
I don't even
for
know
it,
how to. I don't even know how to respond to that.
She
honestly.
does well enough, and she and I like the family dynamic. I like the mom. I like the dad. They care about their kid. They're they're not like on drugs or anything weird like that.
Right.
Dad's not cheating on mom.
Nope.
Nope.
No,
Right.
not at all. They love each other. They're devoted to their daughter, but
Mhm.
they're very conservative,
Yes.
like Pakistanis or whatever. So, like,
But that is not that is not played out in a storyline where that's a bad thing.
no, it's not. But what I mean is that she doesn't. That's why her outfit is a certain way. She's just
Correct.
not running around do whatever she wants. She respects her parents. She's
Yes.
trying to live in an American society while still respecting her parents' wishes, and she does it well. And that's what it's not that exciting of a show.
No,
Is
it's
the
not.
problem.
Yeah.
And they changed her powers
Right.
from the comic.
Well,
book.
obviously because just getting big hands.
Big
does-
hand. Fuck
Yeah.
Well,
big hand. What does it
she's
even mean?
kind of stretchy
She also gets
in
big
the
hand?
comics.
Yeah.
She's like
Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic, kinda.
I hear
She's-
Cobra has big hand.
You talking to my wife again?
Ew.
That's awkward
Yeah.
now. We got
Wow,
awkward.
that's
Awkward. Everybody great.
Speaking of heavy
Shut
hands,
down the chat. Stumped you
Oh.
with my genius.
Fucking Copa, bringing it to a fucking halt. Nice job, asshole Dago. Steven, go ahead. This fucking thing. I read this article and I got so fucking irritated with what they're gonna do here.
Yeah, like we really, really need him to get softer, right? I mean, a cat scratching his eye out is the thing
God.
that.
Come on,
really?
Now.
This is what we're gonna do.
It was a flirkin, not a cat.
Let me see. Let me see if I can sum this up here. Barack Fury or Twinkie Fury, we should start calling
Twink
him,
Fury.
Yeah.
I like that.
Soft
Twink
in the
Fury.
middle, a little sweet
like
on
that
the
too.
outside.
So really quick. So I just saw the headline there. So the secret invasion, is this post Endgame or is this okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it
This
comes
is-
after the Marvels. Miss Marvel comes after it. It's like
What's interesting to me is that the trailer looked good. I was actually getting kind of.
I saw the
fascinated
trailer
with-
and I thought it looked all right too. But the
Yeah.
problem is, as soon as I read this fucking article, it makes me fucking I now have an innie.
So what's
because I
the
read
heart of this
fucking
article? Just
today.
because he's old now?
No, they want to make him soft. You know, just because you're old, it doesn't mean you have to be fucking soft. You don't need
he
to
is
humanize
like,
Nick Fury.
what, like mid
Nick
70s?
Fury was great
He's getting up
because he
there.
was a hard
He's
fucking
gonna get there.
character his whole fucking life. If you actually know proper Nick Fury instead of Disney Marvel Nick Fury, he's a hard motherfucker.
Yeah, he's a salty dude.
Yeah.
Some of the points that they're making in the article are Nick Fury, one bullet and you could just take him down, right? He's just human. He's just a human man, right? And
He's actually
so
this is
they're
where
going
they
to open
also
him
get it
up. They're going to
wrong.
make him vulnerable. He's going to
Did
say
you-
silly things all the
Did you
time.
Construct another hero. Great.
Did they not watch? Did they not? Obviously, they did not watch the. Obviously, they did not watch the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I mean,
it's ridiculous.
Right.
That scene in the street of Washington D.
Oh, that was fucking so hardcore. I love that scene. That's a brilliant fucking scene.
That is a great scene.
It's a great movie. Yeah.
Winter
Let's
Soldier
understand
is
what this
my
plot
favorite
line is.
of the original Avengers films.
Shape shifting
I agree.
aliens.
Oh, the Skrulls. Yeah, the Skrulls.
refugees from
This
from
story
a
is good,
a lost
Steven.
war.
the
This is what
Skrulls.
the show's going to be about, right?
Well,
He made
well, yes, okay.
refugees a promise.
Okay,
It's
so
based on the comic book. It's
so
loosely based. It's probably fucking wildly loosely based.
So the main antagonist, which is I believe played by Emilia Clarke, is the daughter is a Skrull who is the daughter of Ben Mendelsohn's character in Captain Marvel.
Okay.
She's the queen, the Skrull queen now.
Yes.
She's gonna be the queen. Okay.
Yeah, go Queen.
Here's what I'm hoping.
Well,
you know how a lot of times we'll like see a show and then you'll hear like the people talk about it after that made the show and it doesn't match up. They're like, emasculating our characters, and then you watch it and you're like,
And then it's like, that
didn't really see that.
Dungeons and Dragons was a good
Dungeons and
example.
Dragons is a
Right.
perfect example
People
of that.
like Dungeons and Dragons, and they're like, "What the fuck were these fucking morons
So
doing?"
this is
with
what I'm
show?
hoping. This is a bunch of just
I hope
fluff
so,
and
too.
people don't know how to write without it making it woke and
Yeah.
stuff. And the show will actually be good. I'm probably
Yeah, because
insane
the
and on crack
preview got me a little
thinking that,
pumped
but-
for it.
Yeah, I thought it looked cool. Like I said, this
Yeah.
is based on a comic book. There was the Secret Invasion comic.
Right.
It was
Which-
cool.
Which led to the Secret Wars.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean,
Right.
you had all this shit. So many things.
But is this another case like Andor where this might be good, but enough people have checked out of Marvel that like I'm not even fucking bother.
Could be, but I think
Yeah.
I think this, if it's actually good, I think this could actually catch fire, because Marvel hasn't done one of these. Marvel hasn't put out a show that was even like good. I liked the What If series. I know I'm like one of the few people who enjoyed it. I liked
Marvel is damaged goods.
It is.
Okay,
If
because-
this turns out to be like Andor, let me just jump in real quick with this
Yeah.
point. If this is just like Andor, then this has one up on Andor, and that is star power, which is Samuel L. Jackson.
I was
He
just
can
going to
put
say that.
he can put asses in seats.
Mhm.
But
Or-
this article, like I said, I found this article
in this case eyes
incredibly irritating.
to screen.
Right, exactly.
But also Nick Fury, like they changed Nick Fury radically. Aside from just the casting of Sam Jackson, because That's actually from a series called The Ultimates. They just ripped right out of that series and made this casting. But Nick Fury isn't just a guy. Nick Fury is Sergeant Fury from World War II. The comic book Sergeant Fury, who many of you may have read if you're old enough like me. It was a comic book series about a World War II guy. That guy did take a serum, and that serum gave him longevity so that he eventually moved into our age. Nick Fury, the old, Caucasian Nick Fury with the gray
David Hasselhoff. David Hasselhoff.
Not a good version. Is still Nick Fury. He is the guy from World War II, but he's aged very little considering. But he's not just a dude. And that's what this is trying to portray him as. And I fucking don't like that. I don't like that they
I think it's a very interesting thing to note that because Samuel L. Jackson is playing Nick Fury from the Ultimates, anybody who wants to really understand why Marvel is so out of skew, they should read the Ultimates, because in that, I mean, Thor is a surfer dude, right? He's like totally not believable until he starts using his powers. And then you've got Wasp and Ant-Man as an abusive couple.
That
was in the comics.
There is a lot of what's going on in cinematic Marvel that was in the Ultimates.
Well, and just as far as somebody mentioned the star power aspect here, and the problem with Marvel is the same thing with same thing with Lucasfilm. They have done so much damage to their brand, where a film that should be a slam dunk, Guardians should be a slam dunk. It's not.
It's not.
No.
As of right now, it's not going to break even.
Yeah, it's got a lot.
Even though it gets decent reviews too.
Yeah,
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen anything. I've seen a couple that say it's a bit darker than the other pieces.
I've heard it's a hot mess, but it's a mess worth your time.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I mean,
I've tried to stay away from a lot of the reviews, so I haven't gotten to see people, the guys who I know who have seen the movie, because I haven't seen it yet, and I do want to actually see the movie, so I can close it out. I'm still probably gonna have to wait for it to fucking come on streaming or whatever.
So,
that's fine.
But if that film, which is really kind of the last remnant of phases 1, 2, and 3, if that can't get to even being profitable, what does that say for what's coming next? I mean,
Right.
I think the word you're looking for is boned.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. If you listen to the Disney call yesterday, for their quarterly earnings, they're already talking about scaling back content.
Yep.
Right.
I mean, and that has nothing to do with the writer's strike. That has everything to do. They even said it without saying it, that the content that they're putting out there is costing them subscribers. They're bleeding subscribers.
No,
I think they're down
I
26% in subscriptions.
Duh. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Netflix and HBO Max grow.
Right.
Quarter.
And Netflix is another one that bleeds money too. But I think a lot of people left Netflix to go to Disney, and then they realized that Disney is just not putting out quality content, and they came back to Netflix. I think that's what happened.
You still get good stuff on Netflix,
Yeah, you have to search. You have to search really hard for it, but it's there. Like I just started the show, The Last Kingdom, and man, that is already shaping out to be a brilliant show. And the fact of the matter is that Netflix hardly promoted it. If they promoted that show, oh my god,
Netflix doesn't promote anything.
It's got.
They don't promote anything.
You just have to find it like through word of mouth. It seems like
it's got way too many white people in it.
Oh, that's
last
true.
season.
Man,
whatever.
Man, those
AJ. Well, he got justice.
So yeah,
I don't know. I think Jacob Ironside usually eats those damn things.
Raccoons.
The raccoon. Yeah.
The coons.
Yep. He's got a steady supply of them on his porch.
So Copa, do you need to bounce, dude?
Yeah, I got to bounce. So, but
So,
it's
I
been.
mean, I'm blowing you up.
Oh God,
You do look thin.
you
I
gotta
can
give us
actually
a heads up
see
on
inside
that.
your skull right now. It's impressive.
Thank you. That's
No,
that's
thank
all
you
my
for joining
smarts
us,
that you can
Dan.
see.
You've had a very busy last few weeks. I'm grateful everything is good with the family. I'm grateful you were able to be here with us tonight. I'm very excited about that. Thank you for coming out.
No, thank you for having me. Thank you.
It's
I'm
always good to
glad I
see
could
you.
be here. I miss being here. I missed all you guys. Last night I was on with Zax. I missed doing that too. It's just been a wonderful time to get back on the streaming horse, and it's been fun. It's been a blast. But yeah,
So you got anything coming up, buddy?
Yeah, so I have been slowly cutting a Commando review, Arnold Schwarzenegger's
yeah.
classic,
Yeah.
the action movie to ever 80s, and it's probably going to be my biggest review. It's like closer to like 15 minutes long. It's pretty epic. I pretty much like walk through that movie. It's more of a commentary track than a review, but I hope people enjoy it. I enjoyed making it. I'm slowly cutting the video now, so that should be out by Sunday. Other than that, I don't have too much going on right now. I just dropped the
Well, that's actually not a true statement. You don't have a lot going on.
I don't have anything going on in internet land. In real life land, I do have a desk baby that beckons me every once in a while. I have to open the desk and let it breathe or whatever. But she's a good girl. Other than that, I've only had to spank her twice. Everybody. So what is Joker doing? Joker, I'm talking about my daughter right now, and you're scissoring.
Vex is in the chat. That's why.
Man. Oh,
that's a bad alignment of events.
Wow. I'm out. It's a good thing I'm out of here, dude. It's getting perverted.
I'm out of here.
I'm out of here.
I'm loving that Panavision hat, though. Cope.
You like that?
You're rocking the Panavision.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah,
because it's so cold in California, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, I'm in Atlanta right now, and it's hot as shit here. But but I did get this hat in California at Panavision. You just you take things off the shelves, and they never know it's gone.
Well, they don't care. They don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's there for the taking. It's like fruit. So yeah, so that's what I got going on. Obviously, I dropped my Oppenheimer breakdown trailer earlier this week. That was impromptu, but enjoyed making it. So yeah, it's wonderful to be back. Thank you for having me.
Right on. Make sure you go over to Copa's channel and check all this stuff out. His takes are both hilarious and informative, which is a good mix in our business. It's not just profanity for 17 minutes, which are my takes. So it's the yin and yang of the universe there. So thanks for joining us tonight, Copa. Tell Jana and the baby hello.
Yes,
I will.
Remember, you need anything, Uncle Roman's here.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on you mailing me some meatballs, and they still haven't arrived yet. I need some envelope meatballs. And
remember, meatballs in the mail are not your friend.
I'll still eat those things. Damn it!
It's about as bad as counter spaghetti.
Nothing's as bad as counter spaghetti. Well, there's
CPK.
CPK.
CPK is worse than counter spaghetti. Yes.
Yeah.
Sweet mother of God.
Get out of here. Weren't you going to leave? Get out of here.
You're fucking crushing me now, Copa. You're crushing my soul.
Nice.
Let's rank our favorite CPKs.
None.
Barbecue chicken is number one, obviously.
Barbecue chicken with Brussels.
What the fuck, dude?
There's chicken with broccoli sprouts.
Don't they have a Sicilian pizza with like salami on it and stuff like that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. What the hell's wrong with you? You choose barbecue chicken over that
because it's better.
No, you
haven't even had it. You don't even know.
And thank you, Tyler, for being with us.
All right, yeah. Tyler from the stream. He's done.
He's out of here.
All right, gentlemen.
All right,
it's been a pleasure.
Later,
it's been a blast.
Go raise that girl, would you?
All right, pal.
Yeah, I will.
Make her watch Conan again.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I shit you not. I sat there and went, "Do you want to watch Conan with Daddy?" And she just stopped crying and was like, "All right, I'm on she's on the right track."
There.
Yeah,
That's
total
a
win. So we watched Conan last night while I fed her. All right,
good.
Peace, y'all.
Good.
I'm out.
Later,
Take care.
See you, buddy.
Wow. The baby. Babies are both fun and horrible. I'll say
he's doing parenting right.
I don't have any that I know of, so we're fine.
I saw something about
if they pop up, just let them watch
Clayface.
Batman. They'll be all right.
No,
There was something with Joker and Clayface having a baby.
No, that's an Elseworld tale.
Yeah, it's a pretty
didn't
good
happen.
story.
Really
Fake
bad.
news.
Man, I got that out of my mind. Thanks, Tyler.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, that was back in, so you're welcome.
Thanks, you dick.
Fuck.
But it's okay. I'm old enough. I'll forget about it in the 30 minutes anyway.
Right.
That's probably true.
I mean,
That's probably true.
and
we thank God for those moments.
There was that time in Cabo where it was just one big long blur, so you never know.
Let's
Not to
see.
mention you
Zack
live in
Snyder's
Vegas,
Idiots,
so
Andor.
This is true. I do.
Guardians.
This is true.
Yeah.
Oh, so does anybody besides me watch Doctor Who?
Yes,
I used to.
I used to.
All right.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm still,
I stopped at Jody. That's where I stopped.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what
Yeah.
that's what saying. Oh, I watched season 1 so I could watch it and say it was fucking horrible. It was fucking horrible. So they have a lot of guest stars coming on this next season. Some of them are good. Some of them are not good. I have that sonic screwdriver. It's over there, but I can't get to it.
Yeah.
I'm
What is
excited
with
to
this?
see that Jonathan Groff
Seriously,
is gonna be on.
mysterious? Really? This article says the word
Nah, that's
mysterious
kinda
like
fucking
18 times, man. It's like, okay,
Ooh,
he's mysterious.
Agreed.
You know, he's
But we don't need
mysterious,
to spend a lot of
handsome,
time on this.
and white
So-
at the same time. It's so mysterious why he's even on the show.
He's gay.
So most of you know Jonathan Groff from Mindhunters. He played the lead role on Mindhunters. I fucking loved Mindhunters. I was so disappointed that they didn't do a season 3 and
Yeah,
follow
about
up
it,
on
man.
PDK.
why they canceled that? That sucked.
Oh, that hurt my soul. And he also played King George in Hamilton.
Yep.
For those of you who didn't know that.
Yep.
Which I that was my favorite part of Hamilton. And if you
Yeah, I've
haven't
never seen it, don't plan on it.
But he's going to be one of the guest stars on the new Doctor Who. Like I said, they're throwing a lot of things at Doctor Who right now. What does that mean? It means they're unsure and they want to try to make sure they bring people in. That doesn't guarantee anything, though. So you're going to get those opener episodes with David Tennant, and then you're going to get Shooty in there, and then we'll see what happens. It's either going to be, I don't know that it could be worse than Jodie. I find that hard to believe.
I don't know. I think we should give Not So Cutie the benefit of the doubt.
No, I'm going to give it a season. Yeah, Mindhunters, man. I wish they did
I'm
Doctor
sure
Who
he
fucking-
can screw it up just as good as any woman. All right, let's
No,
not
absolutely, yeah.
underestimate
Maybe better.
his ability to Ruby Rod the hell out of this whole series, this whole season.
Oh, is that what happened?
He's a sex educator
Valerie.
too,
I've
so
seen
that's what we need: time travel and sex education in the same nutshell. It should be exciting.
Yeah. Anyway,
The article
I was
calls calls it a spacecraft. I mean, occasionally, sure, it's a spacecraft, but
A spacecraft? It's a
it's a
freaking
TARDIS.
TARDIS.
that's right.
no, I read through the article and it's fucking retarded.
Dude,
The only thing
there's
that
a
was
point in the article where they quite literally say, this beloved series still loved to this day. This mad. I'm like, what are you talking about? This series is lucky it even has a fan base anymore.
yeah.
No, after the Chibs and Jodie era, there wasn't much left. They pretty much set it on fire. And the fact that you got another Doctor, and I know why they brought Tennant back. We all know why they brought Tennant back, because they were trying to, put the fucking nuclear fire in Chernobyl out. Yes.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly, Joker.
That's probably the only reason people are going to come back. It's the only reason, quite honest, that is one of the few reasons that I'm moving forward is because of that.
They should bring
Because
back.
there's not a lot of reason to stick with Doctor Who at this point. There just isn't.
Well, they
They
need
should
to
bring-
limp it along to the 60th anniversary so they can flog it for that.
They should bring back this character.
Oh, K9.
Oh, you don't want to fuck up K9. Poor K9. I mean, they did bring him back during the Tennant era, and that was good. They did a nice job with that. I have that down. Like, is that the one with T?
That's
Is that the Ironside?
This is a Dalek Sec. This is one of the Cult of Skaro.
Is that black?
Yep.
In my world, I'm seeing it as green, which is not probably good. Davros. I actually have that. I have that same. I have the Pop Davros figure.
Yep.
No, AJ, you don't get any credit for having Pop figures.
I got 2 more gold Daleks, so I need 1 more, and then I have the Cult of Skaro.
So they did another canine. They did some Australian Doctor Who thing with canine. It was canine
right
centered.
That makes sense, Matt. Weeping Angel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I've got an Angel, a Cyberman, the Silence, a Adipose, and then I've got Matt Smith, John Hurt, Tennant.
Jacob.
I got Capaldi, River. Who's that other? That would be Rose. Rose Tyler.
Slow down. I'm writing this all down, Joker. What was it again? Can you start from the top?
Can you start from the beginning? Let's start from the beginning.
And then
Just the most compelling thing I've ever heard. Thank you.
Shut up, Shadow.
Tyler's just got,
thank you for that.
Got the cloud above his head.
Shut up, Shadow.
Animals are dancing around him right now.
So how much life do you think this has in it?
I don't know. It a lot of it just. I mean, it depends. If this season
too many jokes
fucking screws the goat, it's done. Even with David Tennant doing the bring you in phase, if they fuck it up, it's over. Remember, Doctor Who in the 80s was not doing well, and it was gone for a very, very, very long time. It went out in the 80s and came back in 2005. It was a big fucking gap.
Well, they came back with 1 movie.
The last one was what?
Oh,
I don't count that. That was so bad. That was so bad. I actually like Paul McGann. I think he's a good actor.
I do.
I think he was wasted in that role.
But Eric Roberts.
Oh God, Eric Roberts was so fucking terrible.
Cringe,
oh my God. Yeah, that was not good. In case anybody's curious.
Yeah, there is first of all, this show has got 2 major things going against it, and it has nothing to do with anybody on the cast either. The only place you could see it in the West outside of the UK
Disney Plus
is on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Okay. And in the UK, you can only watch it on you watch it on the BBC. I mean, these are major hurdles that the show's going to have to come over. But at the same time, there's so much hype and so much angst from the original Who fans, the actual Who fans, that if this finds its audience through the people they're trying to telegraph to, then maybe they think this thing has some legs on it after all, but just not for us.
Do you remember when it first came out? It was on BBC, and then 6 months later, they brought it over to BBC America. So many of us would hop on the computer and sail the high seas and get it and watch it so that they knew. So when it came on BBC America, it wasn't doing great rating wise, but everybody had already seen it. It finally synced it up to where it came out in the BBC.
What's up, Whitey?
And then a few hours later,
Whitey.
It came on BBC
I'll
America.
Some Whitey.
So that's how much of an impact that had.
Right.
Yeah. If it turned out to be really great, people will find a way to get it.
Yeah,
no,
I
They
remember.
will come back. They will also come back if Doctor Who is good again. Because remember, Doctor Who was shit when it went out the air. It wasn't good. You can't say that that last season Doctor Who was good. It wasn't. But when Christopher Eccleston took over the role, and you had Russell T doing the fucking, the bring back, it was fucking fantastic. It was really enjoyable for a very long time.
You
had hot and cold.
You're talking about the one in the 80s, right? With the blonde guy with the tennis sweater and stuff. And then it went away.
No. That was number 5. He was fine.
David Tennant's father-in-law. That's David Tennant's father-in-law.
Yeah, David Tennant married his daughter.
Oh, that's because that's
the last
time I watched it until it came back in 2005.
Yeah. What's his name? Colin Baker's weren't very good.
Fuck Colin Baker. He was terrible.
Sylvester McCoy. It did get kind of really bad at the very end.
But it got to the point where people were talking about it at work.
Best 2.
And they were kinds of people I didn't even think were into it. It was that big. Even normies had to pick up on it because everyone was talking about it. It was like the in thing. Like chicks were talking about it and stuff. You know,
Mhm.
people damn
That's right.
well never watched an old episode.
Oh yeah,
They didn't
I
know who Tom Baker was or anything. You
Yeah.
know?
Tom Baker.
You're not a Doctor
Yeah.
Who fan.
Yeah,
You
dude.
don't know. Doctor Who was always inclusive and had all the pluses.
Yeah,
and-
exactly. Yep.
When that show hit the air again, the fans went completely bonkers. I mean, I knew this
Oh, I
guy
did.
Rob Chan, and we would have like 30 people watch parties at his
Yeah,
apartment.
man,
It's
right?
like it was out of control. People were bringing pies
Yes.
and bottles of whiskey.
It was
yeah,
exciting.
It was like a
People were
football game.
excited
It was
about
like
Doctor
Super
Who.
Bowl kind of energy, man.
and when they brought it back in 05, they would have a holiday special, which was the bridge into
Yes.
the very
Yes.
next season.
The
was the
Christmas
bridge.
special. It was the
Which was-
Christmas special.
Right.
Yeah.
Which was the bridge into the very next
Yes.
season. These were events that folks would gather together,
Exactly.
like you said.
They have
But
a Doctor
it's-
Who convention around called Chicago TARDIS. And me and my high school friend went to it. And when it was peak Tenet, there were like 3 generations of Doctor Who fans there.
Mhm.
People who watched it in their 60s,
Mhm.
people who are Gen Xers, like in the 80s, and then there were kids.
Hmm.
And like very young adults who were into the Tenet and Matt Smith,
Right.
thing. So it was like really vibrant. It wasn't just a bunch of old Gen Xers and boomers there. It was like, a lot of millennials. It was like half and half. It was great. It was like really thriving.
What in
And
the
I'm-
fuck?
And I'm sorry, Chris. Up there on the article, but I mean, really, what do you have that's so important going on now? I mean, you're probably getting hungry. I'm just saying. I mean, you could use the paycheck.
Hmm.
No.
Here's
No.
my
No. No.
when it
No,
when
I
it
don't-
comes
I
to
don't like
shows like
fucking pig
this,
face.
and there's a guy on this show. There's a person working on this show whose name is quite literally Jinx Monsoon. Okay.
Oh, this is a bit of a
When
problem.
you've got a name like that haunting the
Yeah.
vibe, I'm sorry, man. I'm a
His-
bit of a
No,
nut
it's
when it
almost
comes
like
to that
they're
kind of
actively trying
nonsense.
to poison the well with that shit, Stephen.
It's
It is.
just
Parents
bizarre.
must have hated him. Did his
No,
did
it's
his mom
he
and
was
dad hate
he was
him?
on what's RuPaul? He was on the RuPaul
Oh, that
thing.
explains a lot.
Yeah, he was on
Yeah.
the drag race.
So it's like a
they're
stage
bringing that
name
in.
or
It's
something.
like
right?
Yeah,
they're
the stage
making
name.
that like a
Yes.
main thing. It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Why
Yeah,
are
but
you
like,
trying
who
to fucking
invites a
stick your dick
Jinx
in the
onto
bucket?
the
Fucking
set, man?
stupid.
It's like, you know what, dude? It's like your name is just vibing me. It's like, just step back.
Yeah, it's not good.
That's why I don't have a lot of
No.
hope for this.
No, I know, because it's like, oh, they're doing this, but then they fucking throw that fucking, floating mine in the fucking bay out there. It's like, oh, that's fantastic. Really, buddy? Really? All right, so let's look. We're gonna remember how I talked when we started.
I remember
the show
Gorilla soon.
about movies that are coming out this year and how
Mhm.
few of them are actually worth a fuck.
Hmm.
So we look at the things that are coming out. Don't know it. Don't know it. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care.
Can you make that a little bigger?
Yeah, please.
Is there a better way to say
That's
that,
what
my
she
friends?
said.
Ew. Phrasing.
Oh yeah, and also zoom in on what we're looking at too.
Yeah, zoom
Is
in.
that better?
No, there you
Yes.
go.
Yes.
So how many of these fucking titles you even recognize right off the bat? Almost
That-
like none.
Most
Right?
of
Well-
them are indie.
Those are like
or,
indie movies mixed
Yeah.
together. Like the Blackberry one I've heard of.
Yeah.
But then we get down to May 19th. Fast X. Swell.
Yeah. Well, let's scroll back up again. Knights of the Zodiac. I was reading the brief on that, and I did some exploring. That's actually based on an anime property that has plenty of meat on it, and there's a lot going on in the property. There's some interesting things that they're trying to do with it, and I trust possibly that this adaptation might actually be really good. So
Okay.
it is a Sony picture. They have been kind of nailing it a little bit these days. Not too far off.
But
So
but
it's
is this
something to
gonna be-
look at.
okay, but Steven, is this going into like wide release? I mean, I mean, how many?
What does that even mean nowadays, anyway? But
Okay,
no, it's not. No, it's not.
I mean,
it's a
not
limited
going, like,
release,
straight
but
to streaming or something like that.
Right. So,
but then again, there are a
just-
lot of good things that are not going into wide release, and we need to
Right.
hunt them down and telegraph them if they are good. I mean, that's kind of like the job we're performing here. Is we're going to take a first look so that you guys don't have to. That kind of attitude. If it is good, it's certainly based on a solid property. So if it is good, the anime community may jump on it, right? I mean, we're looking, we're hungry for a good live action adaptation.
Subtle, I will beat the shit out of you, dude.
And Blackberry does look interesting. I think people need to know about that.
Watch the shit out of that movie.
Yep.
Hey,
Hi, stranger.
Hi guys,
Oh my God!
it's me. I'm sorry I'm late. I just got off the stream with Dan Vask.
Oh, how did it go?
It was good. It was a good chat, good conversation. Talked about metal and the differences of metal, like bluegrass, new metal, progressive,
That's
alternative.
crazy. Now you're stuck with us. I
Death
feel
metal.
like you're
Death
probably
metals.
in for a disappointment now.
Oh, shush,
metal.
Roman.
Did you guys start talking about titanium, aluminum, and magnesium as well? I mean,
We
what other
didn't
kind of
get-
metals did you get into?
Oh, man, we didn't get to that point. That was for another conversation for another day.
yeah, or the atomic weight of cesium.
Yeah. all I knew was copper. That was it.
So welcome to Nomi the Only. We are delving into the films that are coming out and what a dismal prospect most of this is.
Yeah, this is pretty rough. I'm down
Yeah,
to like June, and the
I'm
only
curious
one
to
I
see
don't
what
see
this,
is
June. I'm excited for, and Oppenheimer. That's about it.
The
What
latest
about
Mission
Anna
Impossible
Nicole
movie.
Smith?
looks
You don't
good.
know me.
I haven't even got the original Oppenheimer yet.
My God.
Yeah, I think we
Fun
should.
fact, Anna Nicole Smith died on my birthday.
Wow.
Happy birthday.
You did.
The
Wow.
Flash
Like,
is being
Literally
so-
the day you were born, or
There's that one.
I think
Oh,
I
yeah,
like
The Flash,
2006,
I heard
if
that
I
was a
remember.
thing.
I knew I was still in high school when she died.
wait, and you were in high school in 1996?
Jesus
No.
fucking Christ, I'm old.
Okay, I was gonna say.
No.
She was in elementary school in 1996.
Wait, did she die in 1996?
I don't know.
No,
I know she died in
like
the thousands.
Oh,
2005 or something like that.
I just heard you say 96, and I was like,
This list is fucked up.
I didn't say 96, but okay.
oh, okay.
John
That's what
Wick
I
is
thought I
already out. Something is wrong with this list. God
Yeah.
damn it.
Hey, let's roll back up a little bit.
I
There's
think.
a couple
Oh,
movies
I think
definitely
it's
want
when
to
it comes
bring
out.
up.
No,
to
it's
the
on
panel.
digital.
That's when it comes out on digital.
Yeah, scroll down.
Oh,
If you
You
have
have to
the-
look to the right where it
Yeah.
says VOD or Netflix.
God damn it.
or HBO Max.
There's a movie coming out that's going to be a biopic on Yogi Berra.
Oh yeah.
What?
Interesting.
Yeah, it's all about
Yeah,
picnic
see,
baskets.
Did anybody else do
Where?
the homework, by the way? I mean, I hate to be Tony Stark here, but anybody else read the material?
No.
No,
I've
there's
been
like
drinking a lot, to be fair, and I'm the one who
a
gave you
half
the
dozen
material.
movies here. One of them with Penelope Cruz just looks like red flags. It might be fun to review that one. I'm not going to even try to.
Gremlins on Max. That looks
Yeah, what the
interesting.
fuck is Gremlins the Mugwai series?
Is that
Oh,
prequel?
How does that fucking
Crying out
exist?
loud. It exists so Kathleen Kenny could line her pool with gold, I guess.
Oh, that's right. The Machine, which actually looks kind of funny, but is probably horrible. It's about a Russian hitman who's kind of past his prime, much like myself.
Hmm.
So,
Oh, there it is. The Little
The
Mermaid.
Flash and
Everybody's
Elemental
waiting for that
come out
one.
at the same
oh boy,
weekend.
Little Mermaid.
That's interesting.
Mrs. Cannoli Sasquatch is very excited about the Little Mermaid.
Oh, after
No,
they
she
put
can't
out that
wait.
picture with her eyes today, I'm super
Oh my
excited
gosh.
about it.
Like
What they do to her eyes? What happened?
Oh, you
What-
didn't
No.
see
They
the
didn't do
video?
anything.
Face.
so it's a still of her. And so the one scene it's her like looking super cute, and the other is her trying to roll her eyes, but her eyes are like pointed a different direction.
Oh,
They're obviously
fuck.
CGI eyes,
Yeah.
like a bad AI made them or something.
They're doing
Oh,
a thing with that.
no.
You remember that squat thing from the Ice Age, the squirrel creature with his
That
eyeballs
That's-
all
little
it was a
sloth
sloth.
guy.
The
Yeah,
sloth.
the
Yeah, they
sloth.
had a picture of them together and said who did it better.
Oh my God! Good promotion. Good promotion of your live action Little Mermaid.
It got destroyed on Twitter by both
yeah.
people that like the
I'm
movie
not in the least
and
bit
hate the movie.
surprised. I'm not surprised. About My Father is another fucking comedy twisted drama, whatever the fuck, with Robert De Niro playing a fucked up father character again because he's clearly found his niche in later life. I don't know any of these other movies.
Ooh, Wrath of Becky. That sounds like that's going to be a really good movie.
The Hole in the Fence is something you might not want to take your children to.
How about White Balls on Walls?
That's solid.
Let's try this one.
There's a
Fool's
documentary.
Paradise will actually be the last Ray Liotta picture we probably will ever see. This is another one.
Oh,
that he
really?
was
I thought
filming.
Cocaine Bear was going to be the last one.
Nope, there's one coming out called Fool's Paradise. It may actually already be out. And he's one of the characters in the film. There's another one too that I thought was interesting at least. What was it called again now? Maybe it was Fool's Paradise. It is. It's called Fool's Paradise. Ray Liotta's character and this casting agent are trying to get this guy that just came out of an insane asylum to become the next superstar, and it may be a very interesting take on some of the madness we're experiencing.
Ezra Miller biopic? Is that
right? Really?
Oh my God, nobody's like,
I'm not kidding, but you know, it's quite literally about that.
Sorry about that.
That was hilarious.
I think Cocaine Bear was his last completed movie.
Right.
Okay.
And then so he'll have like, I don't know if they're gonna like try to do him like Brandon Lee with The Crow or something, CGI him in there or whatever.
That's true.
That worked fine though, but that was a way different kind of thing too.
And there's another film that came out called The Curse of the Wolf that quite literally deals with the supernatural and wolves. So as soon as I read the bio on it, I was like, "Ooh, maybe AJ might actually be."
Is that the Curse of Wolf Mountain, Stephen? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that's on digital now. That's available now.
Yeah, we'll just wait on AJ's review.
Yeah, there you go.
He's
AJ.
not going to do it. AJ's not going to do it. He's too busy with his fucking pop figures.
Says the cattle calling itself. Yeah.
I know. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. This is it going to be? Actually, I didn't mind the first one. I thought it was actually pretty interesting.
But this one is going to be a little different because there's because you have to look for it, but there is a bunch of like subtle the messaging that with the animation style, it's hard to see, but it's
you're right. I forgot about that joke, or I've actually seen some of the stuff about that.
Yeah. We'll see. Thank goodness for high-speed photography and 4K resolution. Otherwise, nobody would even know that these bad things are in there. So there's that. I don't think we should condemn an entire film.
There we go.
Especially since the last one was so good.
Transformers. I don't think it's going to do well. I don't think anybody gives a fuck anymore.
My kid wants to see it, so that's the only reason I know about it.
I have no interest in seeing anything Transformers.
Nope.
No, I just think it's a IP that's came, it went, it meandered back slowly after having a few drinks, and then it's got this.
Well,
I don't think
the last one gave me so much anxiety because it had a lot of action like scenes in it. It didn't calm down. I'm like, when is it gonna like calm for just one moment for me to like gather what I just saw?
What, the original Transformers, the Michael Bay stuff?
No, she's talking about the last one.
The last one, yeah.
Bumblebee did well, so maybe
I don't even know what the last one. What was the
No,
last
it
one?
wasn't Bumblebee because I kind of didn't want to see it because I don't like the actress that was in it. Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah,
she's actually not, but she's
it's actually a pretty solid picture in my opinion. I thought it was a pretty solid picture.
Yeah, she's actually a fairly decent actress.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Is Elemental a Pixar film?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Yeah, that's coming out the same time as The Flash. That's kind of interesting that Pixar.
The Flash, despite my hatred of Ezra Miller, is going to do well. There's no way it doesn't because it's a Batman movie.
It feels like Disney's comparing Elemental.
Right, Subtle.
Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for your weird and wonderful comments.
Yes.
See you, Subtle.
Good night, you deviant.
I think the Flash is going to have the same effect as a Marvel film. It'll do well. It'll do well opening. It'll have a good opening the weekend, but after about day 6, that's about the halfway point.
Well, I think it depends.
I don't know, man. You got Michael Keaton coming back. That's going to be
it's going to have that big initial draw. I think Joker's
Officially
right on that.
Batman movie,
but it's what
movie.
follows that. Is there more substance than that? Is there more than, I don't even know how much Michael Keaton's in the movie. None of us do. Maybe we've seen it all in the previews.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck about watching Ezra Miller run around for 2.5 hours, though. I just don't give a shit.
I think a better comparison would be the that Spider-Man movie a couple years back where they brought the
No Way Home.
No Way Home. It's not going to get anywhere near No Way Home numbers. Not even close. Guaranteed.
What were the numbers?
$1.9 billion at the box
Not going
office.
to make that.
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Wow.
There is no. I will call that right now. That is
Okay,
not
calm
happening.
down. Good lord.
Shut up,
All right, kids, stop fighting.
Yeah, don't make me pull this stream over.
That made 1.9.
Yeah.
No Way Home.
Yeah.
$1.9 billion. Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I would be surprised if this does that, but like I said, it just
I don't
depends
think
on what the other elements are besides Michael Keaton's fucking Batman.
There's Michael.
If that is the best part of the fucking movie, then the movie's doomed.
I mean, that's really the only reason I want to see it is just to see.
That's the only reason I want to see it as well. I agree. It is. It's like,
yeah.
Jingle, 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 jingle. Yeah, I mean,
there's that Asteroid City he was talking about. Little ways down there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Asteroid City. I don't.
And then you got Indiana Jones.
Oh God, where?
Joker, should we go see that together? We could go to
We haven't hit Indiana Jones yet.
Are you gonna?
It's way down. It's toward the end of June, isn't it?
It's what June coming.
Are you coming to?
There it is, June 30th.
Are you coming to Las Vegas then?
Absolutely.
All right, matinee, $5 each. All right, cool.
There you go.
I have
Sounds like a
no
date.
desire to see this movie. Not
No,
even
neither do
on
I.
streaming.
I don't. I 100% do not give a fuck.
You guys
I-
want to see Fleabag Jones? Come on.
No.
I thought you were talking about.
Unbelievable.
I thought you were talking that you had no desire to see the Ruby Gilman.
Oh well,
I
then
also do
I'd
not
give
want
that
to
one a
see,
chance.
Ruby Kilman, Teenage Kraken.
I'd watch
It's
that one
about
over
the
to
same.
Indiana
They're
Jones.
very similar.
That actually sounds cool.
But
Great
I
would
mean,
be to see an 80-year-old Harrison Ford run around. I
don't
care.
And I know they got the DH thing going on. I understand things, but I just don't care.
And that thing and that film is probably going to have to hit $1 billion to break even.
Just because of all the reshoots.
Oh yeah,
Aquaman
yeah. It's
returning
gonna
as
have to be a
Batman.
billion.
I actually think the Flash will make more money than Aquaman.
Yeah.
Because the Flash
Amber
Batman
Turd.
movie at least has Michael Keaton and it gives you some reason you want to see it. I don't give a fuck about Aquaman though. I didn't
Amber
like
Turd.
the first Aquaman.
And that last movie seems like it was
Imagine
forever
that.
ago. It seems like it was like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
It was, yeah.
exactly.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's so
So-
old. Amber Heard was in it.
Right, yeah.
And
Well, she's in this one too, but
scaled down, but yes.
Ah!
a lot of so your last movie made $1 billion. That doesn't mean anything anymore.
Right.
No.
You know, Wakanda Forever didn't come close to making what
No.
the predecessor did.
No,
And
no. The Wakanda Forever lost about I want to say at least $70 million.
yeah,
Yeah.
there
That's
it is.
a lot.
July 12th, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning.
What the fuck? They made
Uh,
another Insidious movie though. I'm asking myself that question right now. There's
I think they make another Insidious movie like every year, don't they?
Yeah,
Okay,
I see a red door and
Is that-
I
okay,
want
but-
it.
Is that a
Just
horror
all
that.
franchise?
That's definitely
Okay,
going to be
yes.
on the
Yes, it
list.
is, and those films actually they actually do well because
yeah.
because they are shot on the cheap. I mean, those films do not cost a lot to make.
They're
Yeah,
accepted.
very profitable.
Yeah, Mission Impossible, I think, is going to do
That-
well.
that-
I actually
that-
want to see that movie.
And that's got almost that's got at least a couple weeks before
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer, Barbie,
Oppenheimer and Barbie are opening in the same fucking weekend.
Whatever. There's going to be so little crossover between those two.
Right.
Come on.
You're right.
Mission Impossible just has a week before Oppenheimer.
Dude, Tom
9
Cruise
days.
built up so
9 days.
much credibility
That's
with
how much.
Maverick.
That's how much
There's no way this film doesn't have a hot opening, man. There's no way on earth that film doesn't rock it.
And that's going to be way more popular, I think, than Oppenheimer. I just
they're going to go there just because of the
mean
royalty
this is an
alone.
overall ride, Tyler? Yeah, I think you're 100% right.
Well, and then also didn't Tom Cruise just film a spot where he's in his P-51 Mustang, and basically just says that entertaining you, the fans, is the greatest honor ever. This guy is doing more to bring fans in and just be appreciative of fans. There is so much goodwill for pretty much anything he is in at this point.
Yeah, he's building cred.
Yeah, that's gonna be
which is amazing. I mean, because at this point, he doesn't need to do any of this shit.
No, he doesn't.
He's Tom fucking Cruise. I mean, he doesn't need to do this stuff.
He made enough money on the last movie to retire forever. Period.
I mean, he is a man in his, generally speaking, would be in his twilight, but he's putting more effort into this than the people who should be actually fucking trying, which is amazing. Theater camp, I don't know what that is. Oppenheimer and Barbie, that's going to be a weird fucking hot weekend. I'm going to see Oppenheimer in the theater, though.
Who's going to see Barbie, though?
Not me.
Joker.
I might go to see it. Why not?
Yeah. There are so many reasons why not. There, Joker. First of all, it's that fucking piece of wood, piece of shit, Jake Gigan fuck. Who might
you mean Ryan Gosling?
Ryan Gosling. It's the same actor. Basically the same actor. I combine them.
Jake Jisson fuck?
Yeah.
Wow. How could you say that about
That's
Jake?
A good
man?
name.
That guy is so far away from being cardboard. You must be crazy, Roman.
I don't know. I don't care.
That's a good name.
It's all
Margot Robbie in it.
Oh, Haunted Mansion.
Oh,
okay. Well, now Haunted Mansion.
I've been waiting to see
that spot there was supposed to be the Marvels.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they're making a movie based on the ride?
Yeah, this is the second time through, by the way. Shieldwall. It's the second time through.
The first one had Eddie Murphy in it.
Yes,
that's right.
Yeah.
And I have no idea who's in this one, so it doesn't care.
Dude, Meg 2? Fucking Meg 2. I don't care.
You didn't see the preview for this? It's Meg 2 Megier.
Yep.
It looks stupidly awesome.
It does.
I don't know.
Like Sharknado.
I read these books.
Yeah,
better.
kind of like
Sharknado was better.
Godzilla Kong, that kind of thing.
Oh,
just,
wow.
Just watch the shark eat people and people.
Okay.
The books were fun.
I would definitely watch that over Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that weekend.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were doing another.
It's a Seth
Teenage
Rogen
Ninja Turtles.
deal.
Well,
I don't even know what to say about that.
Oh, and then the week after that, the last voyage of
that one looks pretty. That one's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
That's Nosferatu on vacation.
It's the movie about the last voyage of the Detmer.
Oh, the ship. No, actually, okay. All right. Now I can put it in perspective. Okay, thank you.
And then when I saw Guardians, I saw a trailer for the Gran Turismo film. I didn't know that is based on a true story, and I'm like, interesting.
It's not based on the video game.
It's based on the
real race then, not the
no. What it is, it's based on a true story where a racing team put out a call for the best Gran Turismo players in the world to basically become a racing team.
Oh, huh.
Yeah.
That might be probably that's actually when you say things like that, it makes me more interested in the movie than it would be otherwise. I enjoy racing films. I'm not even actually an actual racing fan, but I like movies about racing, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't think that Blue Beetle's going to do much.
No,
I don't give
so
two
either.
fucks about Blue
go
Beetle.
like a fart in the wind.
Yep.
See, again, everything that's getting released that weekend, don't give a fuck.
Well, that's the end of
Following
August is the dead part of the summer. That's where you
Yeah.
put everything that you
And
know
then
it's not
that
going to make anything.
Equalizer.
I did see the
fucking
trailer for
3?
Equalizer 3. That looks
Really,
pretty-
Denzel?
really
Why,
good.
Denzel? Why?
Because he can still do them.
Okay,
Yeah.
and now, okay,
Because
and
money.
now, and
Oh
now,
my god, this
okay,
just gets
and,
weird.
well, okay, so now, on the 8th, now the Nun 2, the Nun, extremely successful film.
I like the Nun.
Extremely.
It was a
successful.
scary,
Is that the
creepy
Whoopi
movie. It's
Goldberg
well done.
thing?
What?
What is the Nun?
It's a horror
That
movie.
is-
A horror
Yeah,
movie.
It's
It's
in,
like
it's in
a,
the
sorry.
what's
Undead.
that series?
It is in the
Sid-
same. It is in the same. It's in the same franchise as the Conjuring, Annabelle.
Yes, Conjuring.
Yeah,
all those.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
These are all executive produced by Peter Safran, who is now the co-CEO of DC Studios.
Huh. That might explain.
The Nun
something.
still reminds me of Marilyn Manson too much. That's all.
Yeah, yeah.
Good film.
The Expendables 4.
Don't care.
What in the name of sweet chocolate Christ is what's going on there?
I guess they're getting. I guess they're going to the. They've already had the 80s
Jeez.
action stars are going to the 90s, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
So
Craven the Hunter. No one cares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they will either. I think you're right. I mean, it's part of the Spider-Man world, but I don't think people are going to give a fuck.
Okay,
Well,
because
and the plot line is Craven the Protector. He's actually protecting wildlife now. So
This is now where all the bad guys are going to be good guys now.
Well,
people lost the plot, guys.
If they really wanted to do a Craven film, they should have done Craven's Last Hunt.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
The Killers of the Flower Moon is. I read the book on that. It's the Scorsese, Robert De Niro, Leo DiCaprio. All those. That'll be good.
Oh, is he? Are they digging up poor fucking De Niro again? They keep resurrecting him. Like
Didn't he announce like
fucking
he's
Frankenstein.
like a father of 7 now at 79? Didn't he
Yeah.
just- yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, yep. When you're rich and famous, you just knock them out.
That blue pill.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That blue pill, baby.
There's so much.
Cialis is a hell of a drug.
Exorcist. I don't think anyone's going to give a fuck about that.
Saw 10.
Yeah. Whatever.
Oh my god.
Dune Part 2. Yes, there it is. Right. Oh yeah.
Finally, we get to November and Dune Part 2. That I'm looking forward to.
Yes.
So right now we don't. I think I'm at 2 that I actually give a fuck about. I
Yeah,
want to see
me too.
Oppenheimer and I want to see Dune.
So yeah, Joker. I think you've talked about this with the Marvels being sandwiched in between there. You got Dune right before it, and then the week after you got that Hunger Games. What is that called?
And then look at
They're
Trolls
doing
band
another
together.
Hunger Games movie. Oh my god.
The Marvels. Okay. Disney has
They don't
sent
give a fuck
the
about
Marvels
that, do they?
here to die. This thing.
Yeah.
This thing,
They're to die.
Sandwich right in the middle there. Yeah.
This thing will be
Wow.
I am predicting this will have a way worse the box office than Wasp and
Oh yeah, no doubt. This
Yeah,
is gonna
I
literally-
think almost certainly because there isn't
This-
even like a lead into this. Like people,
there was no room to breathe either. And this film
I
has
didn't
no
give a
room to
fuck
breathe.
about Ant-Man and
Yeah.
the Wasp either.
Look before
because
it in Part 2, and then after it's like Trolls band together. You know that's going to be a big one because people like Trolls. And this is in the Christmas season. No, we're before it.
yeah, now we're
What's
getting
the
into the holiday
Thanksgiving
season,
movie?
which
Right.
is
And that was another Universal
starting to
one.
throw
They
out
had that
Oscar
hit
movies here.
with Puss in Boots just a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Last year. Yep.
What's
So,
the Thanksgiving movie? Is
Napoleon. I think might be
Napoleon.
interesting
Looks like, yeah.
I don't
with
care.
Joaquin Phoenix as Napoleon.
Really don't care.
Yeah.
I like Napoleon.
If you
and I
notice,
like
next to the
Joaquin Phoenix.
Thanksgiving Day movie, it says thriller. So
Yes,
yeah, it's not going to be a family film.
Oh,
yeah, it's going to
no.
be how the Indians kill the white settlers and take back their land.
Perhaps,
Guaranteed.
yeah,
Guaranteed.
probably.
Is
Yeah.
what
And
it's
then we
gonna
get
be.
into Christmas. They made another fucking Willy Wonka movie.
It's got Addison Rae in
Jesus
it.
out of me.
That's the guy from Dune is going to be the Wally.
Yeah.
Wonka.
Timothy Chalamet. Yeah, Timothy Chalamet is going to be Wonka as a young Wonka.
I don't want a young Wonka. I like my 1970 whatever Wonka. That's my
yeah, that's the best one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Come
Gene
with
Wilder.
me and you'll be, because that's the rest of them. Ghostbusters Afterlife 2. So I went to see Ghostbusters Afterlife with Gary from Nerderotic. And immediately when the movie got over, I'm like, you know what? That movie was actually pretty decent. I hope to God they don't make a sequel.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
I
And
said
here it is.
my family. With the kids liked it. They liked the Ghostbusters series. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a big weekend, though. You got Ghostbusters and Aquaman, the movie. I don't know if anybody's going to see either of these movies because I don't give a fuck about either of these movies.
And and this is the thing with these the Warner Brothers superhero films. These are simply holdover.
Yeah, these are leftovers. Yeah, they don't mean anything.
Yeah.
Is
They don't mean
Spielberg
anything.
making The Color Purple again?
And then The Color Purple is back. Purpler, I believe it's called. I don't know why.
Okay, it's
they,
a different direction. It's a different. I thought
why that
Spielberg was
exists.
remaking his own
Why
shit.
are we getting another?
Whoopi
Because
needs
they-
residuals.
Exactly. They're
Money.
desperate for content, so they just keep remaking the same old stuff.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And with this disappointing lineup of movies for the year, I mean, like I said, I actually want to see two of the movies that we looked at in this entire lineup of movies that are coming out this year. Nomi, you're a young person. Everyone's a young person compared to me, but
Okay.
was there anything on that list that made you say, "Oh yes, I want to go to the movies"? What was there, or other than like the two movies?
Besides Dune 2, that's the only one that I'm looking forward to. That I would be excited. I know The Nun and what is it that we just saw? Insidious or the no, yeah. I would be interested, but it's not those two movies that I want to go to the theater with.
Right. I'm not going to the theater for that. You're right.
Yeah.
I'll watch them, but I won't watch them in the theater.
Yeah.
Dune 2 and Oppenheimer, I want to go see, this big.
Yeah.
Those movies, it's like, do
Yeah.
I really care? Not
Do,
really.
do I really
I'll
want
watch
to
it.
spend do I want to spend the $15 to get those
$5.
reclining
$5, my matinee show.
We
Well,
don't
see,
have
I-
that in San Diego, Joe.
They don't have that here either.
Yeah, well, if I were to go to the movies, I would go with my sister and her boyfriend, and they're bougie people. And they were like, "No, we've got to get the popcorn, we got to get the seats, we got to do this." So that's where I'm anticipating that. But
lobster tail, some filet mignon.
but for Oppenheimer and Dune 2, definitely I would go to theaters for. Now, the only one that I was really looking forward to this year was the Super Mario Brothers because I was I was a former child, and I
Were you now?
I was a former child.
I was a former child, believe it or not, and I
Last
grew
year.
up playing. Yeah, well, I'm still growing up, and I played N64. Super Mario was one of the games that I grew up playing. So once I saw that they were making this, I had expectations. Like I know they're probably going to mess it up, but seeing all reviews and the intake, I'm going to go see it, and I ended up loving it because it was nostalgic. It was nostalgic for me.
Now,
so-
and this is me only, and I have to put that in front of it. I don't really care because that wasn't. I'm not a big video game to movie person.
Yeah,
I didn't play these games. I mean, you guys. I mean, your generation did. I did not. And the ones that I actually did like Halo, they completely fucked in the eye. It ruined it. I mean, it did. It just ruined it for me.
You triggered Tyler. I saw you said Halo.
You mean you did?
No,
you mean,
it's like
you mean Roman?
Master
You mean
Chief.
he put his phone down.
Master Chief.
you mean Roman? You didn't like the you mean you didn't like the late '80s film Double Dragon? Thank you, Blair.
I don't know that exists. I believe you.
No, it does. It exists.
It does.
It's like Mortal Kombat films. I don't give a fuck about the Mortal Kombat films.
The first one was great.
Yes,
The first one was good.
95 one was good. The rest are garbage.
They do not interest me.
And Street Fighter and come on, a Street Fighter film. Jean-Claude just coked out of his mind. Come on now, that movie was awesome.
That's me at my local bar on a Thursday.
Raul Julia's last movie too.
Yeah.
Oh, so Wolf of Wall Street or the fucking Irishman, Copa? Are you fucking high? The Wolf of Wall Street is fucking fun and brilliant. The Irishman is me. It's a 70-year-old man going around trying to beat someone up.
That's a lot.
Get up. It's fucking
a de-aged old man that is they failed with the de-aging.
So
that was so bad.
So the Oppenheimer and Dune, yes, I would, but I completely forgot.
2 fucking movies, guys. 2 fucking movies for the whole fucking year.
I completely forgot about the Mission Impossible.
Yeah, Dead Reckoning. I'm looking forward to that.
I probably won't see that in the theater. I'm not going to lie. I probably won't see it in the theater.
I'm with Roman on that one. They're good.
I think it'll be good, but I don't care enough to see it in the theater. And I know it makes me a bad person.
You got to see Mission Impossible in theaters. What are you talking about?
I don't go out ever. That trip to Vegas, that was 7 years worth of out for me. That's it.
That explains a lot.
Now.
That explains a lot.
That's why you're bad with directions.
Very much.
Yeah. Next time, bring your.
Nomi had to pull me out of the room because I was hyperventilating.
I remember that.
It was terrible. I was actually like 7 shades of the color purple. It wasn't good.
You're about 3 shades. You're about 3 shades of red and red.
I'm always a little here anyway. So think about 1982. Think about a year like 1982. Predator, Wrath of Khan.
I was going to say I wasn't around.
Predator was 87.
For the elder members of the panel, think about 1982.
Think back to the good old days of the 1928, where you could go in a Nickelodeon and watch 3 hours worth of content.
Theater all summer because they were all blockbusters.
Yes.
And you saw every single one of those movies.
Yes.
Let's see. So 80s films, you had smoking, drinking, swearing, nudity. It was a good decade.
Yeah, but let's all remember that we didn't know they were going to be good. There was high hopes and expectations because
40 years later
they were on a bit of a roll.
We would have 2 fucking movies we care about the entire year.
Yeah, I tried to mention a few other ones that we could have looked at because maybe they might be good, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to explore anything new. Let's not do that.
No, but Stephen, no, I'm not arguing that. They're not a draw though. The movies, they're people. They may very well be good. The problem is those are not going to put asses in seats in a movie theater, and that's what studios need. They need asses in seats to produce more good content. What they're going to get is 2 fucking movies that might. Mission Impossible probably will. The Flash will.
Initially.
I'm going to go see that too, not because I think it's going to be a great movie, because I'm for the fucking curiosity factor. It's like when my son's car exploded in front of my house. I didn't go out there because I was excited about it. It's very similar.
It's physical.
I want to mention one movie by title that I noticed in the lineup. It's kind of early. It's I think it might even be on screens right now or coming up very, very soon. It's a CGI animated feature that kind of, the description kind of reminded me of the old Penelope racing cartoon from way back in the day with like Smedley and
Smedley.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
It's like before my time.
It's called Rally Road Racers, and it looks like it might actually be a fun animated romp for families to take their kids to, and that will put butts in seats. Is a family being able to go out and take a look at something that might actually be enjoyable.
Why is there some moisturizing cream commercial in front of it?
I don't know. What have you been looking up?
Yeah,
I don't know.
What have you been looking up?
Look,
there's been
dry out
some pretty dubious ads.
I'm very old.
Oh yeah, that comes out. Looks like that's out this week.
John Cleese.
Yep, exactly.
J.K. Simmons. Fuck.
Interesting.
I mean,
exactly.
Those two alone are good. No, you're right, Stephen. They're
going to hide what's good. If what's bad is being promoted, then they're going to hide what's actually good, right?
So the problem
we need
is
to look.
You're right. This will probably be entertaining. Looking at the cast, I would assume it will be. The problem is it's going to get fucking buried behind movies that everybody fucking doesn't want to see, but they've got all this fucking money invested in.
But if it's good, I mean, word's going to get around like that again with Puss in Boots.
Right.
I mean, that had great word of mouth, and just
well, yeah, because and that film was originally supposed to go directly to
Peacock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
exactly. Just crazy.
Yeah. Oh my. All right. So with that, guys, that alarm was me telling me I need to leave. So I want to thank everybody on the panel who is here tonight. We're going to go around the horn.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Oh, Retro Doc. Holy fuck. Where have you been all night, Retro Doc? You probably just woke up.
Wow.
That's a good one. All the Road fucking Warrior. Which
that is a pretty good run in '83. I'll give you that.
Yeah, Dark Crystal. Yep.
Megaforce.
It was just an incredible year.
Wasn't
guys.
Return of the Jedi?
The thing.
1980.
Yeah.
No.
That
was 80.
Okay. The panel. We'll go.
Yeah, Empire. You're right. Sorry, Blair.
And thank you very much to the chat who has hung in here with us tonight. You guys, as always, you bring a lot, and it's always fun to have these interactions where even Copa, who is offline now, talking about Conan the Barbarian because he's Copa. What's he going to do? Mad Max 2. No, Melvin, there is no Mad Max 2. That's what you people call it. You people. We call it the Road Warrior. So going around the horn here, and then we'll talk a little bit more. Shieldwall, what do you have coming up, buddy?
So thanks for having me on. It's great being here on the panel. Let's see. What do I have going on? I can't remember right now.
Sunday, Shieldwall.
Oh yeah, Sunday. Yeah, I'm gonna be
Shieldwall. Woo!
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be on Comics and Cosmetics. We're gonna talk about something. Yeah, it'll be fun. And thanks to everybody on the panel. Thanks, Nomi, for coming by. And Steven, yeah, you had a good point about I think there's some gems maybe hidden in there. We just got to kind of look for them in that list. It's just they're not getting promoted.
No, and they're not going to get promoted. Promotion costs almost as much as the damn film was to make in the first place. So we're not going to hear about that Yogi Berra biopic. We're not going to hear about this other one with Penelope Cruz. We're not going to hear about Hypnotic, which sounds like an interesting picture. Look them up. There's actually some really interesting pieces coming out that could surprise the hell out of us.
Yeah. So it was a great conversation tonight. Lots of info. Also, thanks to the other guests that have left already. Thanks to the chat, Nas as always, and Zax and Flaccid and everybody in there just making it a great time. I had to mute myself multiple times because I was just laughing. So, but anyway, thanks for having me on again, Roman. This is always a great time, and
right on, brother,
talking about these things. And we have a great panel. Everybody is awesome.
I know,
except
yep.
Right on. So my favorite internet wizard, Blair to Blair. What do you have coming up, brother?
I do believe next week we are going to revisit one of our favorites. Yeah. I'll let you break that. But that's pretty much all I got going on right now. So
what the fuck? I don't know who put these lights out here. It's some fucking lunatic. my friend in the Sin City. What do you got going on?
Well, tomorrow is a milestone. I will be dropping a video talking about Lucasfilm and Marvel as damaged goods, because they are. And the milestone is that tomorrow morning is video number 200.
Wow. Well done, my friend. Well done.
And then I will also be on.
You've had 3 good videos out of those. Yeah.
God damn it, Kyler.
That's a lot of work, Joker. Congratulations.
4 maybe.
And so then I will be on with Legion Talk 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern for Friday night's Royal Rumble. We will be missing Nomi this week because she will be on a boat.
I'll be on a boat.
That's almost never fun for me specifically.
Oh,
And you were in the Navy. Come on now.
Yeah, if I was on the boat, that means I was going somewhere.
Those are ships. Those aren't boats.
Yeah, it's a boat.
Actually, it's funny. The actual we call them the boat guys. The actual seafaring
Seamen.
part of the Navy, they call them
Seamen.
ships. The aviation guys, like me, call them fucking boats. Stephen Ransom.
Derogatory and term of endearment all the same
Right.
time.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it is. We make fun of each other. That's just, it's all part of the inner service fucking stuff that we do. We get to make fun of each other. You people don't.
Yeah,
So,
gotcha.
Stephen, what do you got coming up, buddy?
Actually, yeah, I need to make a bit of an announcement. Finances and reality in Los Angeles has kind of caught up with me. I may actually vanish from the scene for a while until I can get myself back in square with everything. So this might very well be my last show. There's a possibility I may be over on Pop Culture Minefield tomorrow, but that all depends upon how things work out in my neck of the woods. So this has been an absolutely glorious experience this last year or so of me getting into these streams and coming on board. I didn't realize I had so much to say. I didn't realize I had so much to add to the conversation. And I just want to thank the huge network out there for allowing me to participate in all of this. It has been absolutely magic. And I want to promote Roman of the Empire. We got Jacob Ironside. Shieldwall is like becoming an actual personality now. He's doing streams. He was on with Pops the other day. Pops is another one too. Copa. All of these young talents, the Cannoli gang over there, absolutely fantastic. There's so much going on. I just wanted to remind everybody, keep your eyes open, okay? Gems are precious because they're difficult to find. So go out there and dust a few things off because there's gems out there coming out that we may not know. And hindsight is a really clever trick, but when things were happening in the 80s, we didn't know half that shit was going to be good.
True.
We really didn't until we saw it. And then we knew it was good. It was a fluke that the whole decade was as populated as it was.
Yeah.
Nobody saw that coming. And certainly the producers didn't see that coming either. Those were all risks across the board. So keep at it, guys. Just keep at it, keep going. Keep looking at the younger audience. Keep looking at the other guys participating. And go to the smaller channels and really give them a pat on the back and a step up. You guys are doing incredible stuff here. Keep it going.
Thank you.
Really.
Thanks.
Well, thank you, Stephen. And I hope, I sincerely hope everything can come together. You and I met about a year ago over on Wakazashi's Tea House doing the Blade Runner.
Oh, great.
That's where I met Blair.
Yep.
That's I met you and Salty and Gray himself. We all were present at that time. And that was a pretty magic, weird little panel. It was awesome. But
the backstage, we were like 2.5 hours backstage.
After the show. Yeah. We just sat and we all talked for such a long time because it's you make these connections and every now and then it's like fucking boom gold and you know it and you don't want to let that go. So you just keep going. So again, I sincerely hope you're able to move the parts around, or if you got to put the pause on, I understand that. And I look forward to your return because I know you will.
Yes. Hurry back, Stephen.
Don't be
going long.
Definitely. I like
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I like the cut of your jib, man. Don't stay gone forever, all right?
Yeah. If I'll be in touch, I'll be on Twitter, but I'm basically I'm surprised I made it all the way through today. Tomorrow they may cut off my internet because I haven't paid a bill. So who knows? We shall see. So
I get it, man.
It's rough. It's rough riding.
I got you.
All I can do is encourage you guys. Everybody should be like Mrs. Cannoli. Just put on your brave hat and just go out there and get the job done.
Sorry, Mrs. Cannoli.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right, Stephen. Just keep us posted, and keep on put on a brave face.
Yeah, we'll see.
Tyler the Redbeard.
Yeah,
What do you got
man.
coming up, buddy?
Thanks for having me on. I don't have anything planned, but I might I watch a lot of stuff, so I might feel compelled to throw up a review in the next couple of days, or I don't know. But anyway, thanks for having me on.
Don't we have something next Tuesday?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I gotta check with a certain Copa on that.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So, anyway, thanks.
Right on, buddy. Well, thank you for coming back. And Nomi, despite the panel, returned, which I'm very impressed. So thank you for coming back, Nomi.
Which she has content, which folks, she has content.
You're just on with Dan Vasquez, and then you pop in here. So that's very exciting. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. What do you got coming up?
Thank you for more content, but Roman, thank you so much for extending the invite again. I had a blast last week, and I can't handle this fame because I posted my first video on Monday, so I'm just getting contacted left and right. Just kidding, not really, but
it'll happen. It'll happen. Just wait.
It happened, and then I had to schedule you in along with Dan Vasque. So it's a real thing, guys.
People call them my people. Yeah. You got an agent now. It's just all.
Watch out! I'll remember you guys when I'm like doing a tour of my own channel and stuff. But it's been good. But I'm glad that you invited me back. I will drop a video tomorrow. I have that going
number
on.
2.
Yeah, number 2. I have a schedule of what I'll be doing, posting for videos on my channel. As far as streaming and being a panelist, this is my last one for a week and a half because as Joker said, I will be out on a boat. Technically, I'll be on a cruise ship in Mexico.
You're on a boat.
Visiting my mother's motherland.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
See, I didn't get to do that. I went to places people would shoot at us. Not as fun.
I mean, I'm pretty sure someone will shoot at me over there too, but you just gotta watch out.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Chances are they're my cousins anyway, so that's just their way of saying hello. But yeah, it's been good. But yeah,
too many jokes.
That's what I got going on for the rest of my nights with y'all.
Well, right on. And again, thank you all for being here. And Stephen, again, I hope the ship rights itself because we need you out here. We do. We need you out here.
I didn't say it to bring it down. I just wanted to inform everybody and to get and just in case, quite literally, I don't know. I just don't know what's going to happen next, but
I know the future is unwritten, as Joe Strummer said. That means it doesn't go a good way as well.
I will,
and I hope that way finds you. So next week we are going to do a little bit of a revisit. It's one of my favorite topics, and I know it's a lot of our other panelists as well.
Porn?
But we're going to go back in time, and we are going to look at The Thing. The Who Goes There, 1951 and 1982. We did a bit of a deep dive last time. I think we're going to do more of a broad base this time, just a more open conversation between the three. But that was so much fun, and I don't think in the 4.5 hours that we talked about it, I don't think it was enough time. We still had so much more to talk about. We had to cut out, it's like we can't talk about this because we just didn't have time to talk about it. So we're gonna do The Thing again, and more of our standard form show for Thursdays. I want to apologize. I've been largely absent the last couple of weeks. There's been a series of things, both expensive and stressful. And all of that is finally coming together in a less fuckball of a life. So
that's good.
Next week we get back to standard Roman of the Empire format, which will last 5 to 7 hours. I'm kidding. Or am I? Nobody knows. That's the beauty of it. So tune in next week for The Thing. And again, I want to thank my panel. You guys were brilliant as always.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Roman.
You guys you're a lot of fun.
I know.
We don't bring people on the show. It's like, man, that fucking guy again. No, you guys are here because you guys are fun to talk with. And that's the whole point of doing
I enjoyed all of
what
you.
we do.
Joker.
Shadow.
And there's that.
boys.
Sweet.
See what you're gonna do, Steven? Come on now.
Of God. Anyway, so for now, This has been Roman of the Empire signing off. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. For those of you watching on the review, thank you. Hang in there. It's weird. Take care out there and be kind.
Toodles!
Nobody trusts anybody anymore. We're all very tired. There's nothing more I can do except wait. R.J. McCready, helicopter pilot, U.S. Outpost number 31.